Hollywood, they love, the show's dark for the week. Baba Booey, show's dark for the week.
He's talking television.
Look at you, bro.
Yes, and the Yankees had a matinee yesterday.
So, there's a bar across the street that's a legendary bar. It's called Stan's. Everybody meets there before the game. So we start there.
Great bar.
So Artie knows everybody. Artie knows the guy at the parking garage. Artie knows the guys at Stan's. Everybody knows Artie.
He's Mr. Yankee.
And
I've known him for years.
Artie's whole day is people coming up to him, yelling out names of Italian people that they think he knows. Like they go, "Hey, Artie, 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍. Joey, said he played baseball with you in 3rd grade."
Right.
Artie goes, "I don't know him."
Right.
Yeah, he knows you. The next guy, it's like, Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah.
And if Artie knows him, he looks for a little bit, then he goes, good kid.
Right.
That's like the seal of approval. Good
Wow.
kid.
Yeah.
Artie's got his own little fiefdom.
But it's all day long. It's just all these names. You know this guy? You know this guy?
Right.
All right. So we're at Stan's. Now, we got there at Ross bought Artie.
What do they expect to have happen if Artie knows the guy?
Just approval.
I don't know. A lot of times I don't have any idea who they're talking about. And then if I do, I just go, tell them I said hi. And then
that happened at least, what, 5 or 6 times yesterday?
Easy.
So then you go to the game.
So, no, we're at Stan's. So, Artie had a Jack, I guess it was a Jack and Water. So I saw that one. Now, I had to step out because I was on the phone a couple of times. So I did see when we were trying to leave, a guy held up a shot for Artie. But Artie can't turn around and just say, no, I'm going to the game. So he goes back in to get the shot.
Well, the guy bought a shot.
So I'm going to give you 2 drinks at Stan's, but there was probably more, right?
It was probably about 3 drinks.
Okay, so we got 3 Jacks at Stan's. Now we go in, we sit down in our seats, and the waitress comes. So she's want to take our food order. So I'm not really listening to what's going on. Artie's sitting 2 seats away from me. She goes, okay, let me repeat back that order. That's a turkey hero, a hamburger, a water, and 4 Jack Daniels on the rocks. 4.
Man.
No, here's the situation.
Who was drinking Jack Daniels on the rock?
Hold on, we're not done yet.
Besides Artie.
At a Yankee game, it takes forever to get something.
Right, so you ordered...
I ordered, that was for the game.
No, it wasn't for the game. That was for the next 2 innings. Okay, so you take the 3 from Stan's and the 4 we ordered. Now we're up to 7.
Right.
Now Artie gets up and he goes, I got to go to the bathroom. So while he's gone, Ross and I go, we should probably order Artie more drinks. The woman goes, it's last call. It's the 6th inning. So we order 1. Let's get him 2. Right, so we order 2, but Artie comes back with, it was either a double or a triple from the bathroom.
That's a double.
So that's another 4 to go with the 4 and the 8, and the 3 is 11. And I don't know what happened after I left.
Wow, Artie.
Yeah, okay. So it's a baseball game.
But do you see the baseball game?
Yeah.
Wait, do you actually enjoy the game?
I loved
loved
it.
it.
I bet $1,000 on the Yanks. I won.
Right.
It was beautiful afternoon. It was such a fun time.
Artie said to me, he looked at me while we were standing at Stan's, and he goes, this is better than Christmas. Day game, this weather, Yankees, this is the best day of the year.
It's just so great to be an American. This is what the terrorists are trying to take from us.
So here's what he's right. If they had a good baseball game and Jack and Water and stuff in Iraq.
What a nice afternoon.
You know, Artie's not blowing up anything.
He hates anybody. Yeah.
So here's where it gets funny now, because I understand that this is Artie's gig at all the games. So we're 6 seats.
He's got to be sloshed.
He actually was. I gotta say, he was like relaxed.
Oh my God!
I felt relaxed.
We're 6 rows off the field. I mean, we're really close to the field, right?
Yeah.
Third base coach for the Baltimore Orioles. Nobody knows from a hole in the wall. His name's on the back of a shirt, 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗿𝗍, right? Guy's like in his 50s or whatever, just standing there. Artie's voice cuts through the whole crowd. He goes, 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗿. You have no ass. Where's your ass? And the guy had no ass. Artie went on for like 3 minutes about the guy's ass. Hey, 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗿, where's your ass? And everyone's cracking up.
Does the guy hear it?
Yeah,
He's absolutely hears
That's
it.
the greatest thing about these seats. The guy definitely hears it.
Right.
And he doesn't turn around. He's got to ignore you.
And is the crowd cheering you on?
Oh, yeah, they loved it.
They loved it.
They loved it.
But the other great thing about these seats is now A-Rod plays third.
Right.
So
Yes.
A-Rod's standing next to this old guy who's just barely probably making a living. The other great thing now is to yell out like, hey, 𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗿, A-Rod bought the Orioles. You're fired. I mean, he's literally standing next to Jeter and A-Rod. These guys make $1 billion. This guy's probably making like 100 G's a year.
So then Will came down to sit in our seats, and Will's another funny guy. He likes to drink a little bit, too. When he drinks, he gets loud.
Yeah.
Really?
So he loves to go to opposing parks and make noise. Like I would be. I'm a Met fan. I'm not wearing my Met hat. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just going to watch the game. So we're sitting at the seats, and Will's got a couple of drinks, and he starts yelling out really loud. He's like, "A-Rod homo! A-Rod homo!"
Oh,
That's not cool at a Yankee game.
A-Rod homo? And what happens then after?
Nobody said anything. I thought people were going to throw drinks at him and stuff.
Well, it was just sad.
Then he's like, "Let's go Baltimore." And I'm like, "What Yankee Stadium? Dude, what are you looking for trouble?"
Yeah, what, do you want to get his ass kicked?
And then Will gave me the whole dissertation on how important it is to bet on the game, how it changes everything. Because Will bet the under, which was 10.5 runs.
Right.
Which means the two teams had to score under 10.5 runs. And he goes, "Listen, you have to bet on a game. You don't understand, because now this game that's pretty much meaningless to me is now exciting."
Well, how much should he bet?
I don't know what he bet, but Artie just dropped 1,000 on the game right before we went in just because he wanted it to be exciting.
Well,
Will win?
Wasn't it exciting enough between the 900 Jack of Waters and the beautiful day?
Well, here, you know what?
Now he has to have a reason to stay up.
You see, I put up 2,200 to win 1,000 because the Yankees were heavily favored.
Right.
So that made it very interesting.
Right.
But
Will won his bet.
yeah,
But there were times when the bases were loaded, and there were none out, and he's just like sweating.
Right.
Because one swing at the bat,
That's fun.
4 more runs.
Yeah,
and,
that makes it interesting.
That sounds like a good day.
the good thing about going with Ross too is every time I heckled the third base coach, it was there was a period at the end of it with a "How are you?"
Right.
So are you guys sitting with John, or was he...
No, he was a couple of rows behind us.
Right. How does he get good seats?
John, has tickets somehow. I'm not sure how, but he has seats.
Gary says he's a big name dropper now.
What name is he dropping?
He goes, who's on the show? It's really cool. Maria Shriver, she came looking for me, too. And, when she left, she's like, "Goodbye, John. By the way, Angelina Jolie. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And who's the other one? Who's the girl that does the voice of Shrek?
Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz. Oh, my God, it's unbelievable. And then he's just someone else who lives in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Who lives near him in L.A.
Oh, so now he's dropping all the neighbors' names.
I live right across the street from Gary Sinise. I hear him playing the drums every night. You like that movie, Like Mike? The guy who wrote it lives next door.
Wow.
I am the lighting director from Lord of the Rings. The other day, I saw Madonna.
Big name dropper.
I would have invited her in, but we were
Doc.
He's got a weird move, too. He's wearing shorts yesterday, and he's still got that big, giant, thick wallet, but no pockets.
Yeah.
So he makes everybody hold his stuff. It's just funny. He's like, here, Will, put my wallet in your pocket. He makes everyone hold his stuff. It's a funny
What
way.
is that?
slave.
And I said to him,
that?
what's going to happen? You're going to forget your wallet, then you're going to make somebody FedEx it back to L.A. It's always an issue.
Yeah, right. It's all about him. That's weird.
His wallet and his phone and his cigarettes, everyone...
Yeah, he's got all this stuff and he has no place to put it.
Yeah.
It is. There wasn't a change in that at all.
Big mess.
Same enormous wallet. He's got an enormous...
Yeah, it's really like 3 or 4 inches thick. I don't know what's in it.
There's never any money in it.
No money.
Yeah. I don't have any money.
Artie, could you pick this up, please?
Why would you want someone to hold your wallet? Like, what do you do?
But that's why he was always forgetting and losing stuff.
He did pick up we all stuffed into a 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 at the end of it.
What's going on with Belmont?
I'm going Saturday, definitely.
Well, I wouldn't want to be any part of that.
I was going to go,
It's
but
gonna
the
be
race
crazy.
starts so much later than I thought.
Yeah, it's a late race.
6:40.
Too much.
It's going to be nuts, man, because a horse is, going for the Triple Crown.
It is going to be. It's very exciting to be there at that time.
They're expecting 150,000.
And Howard, you have never seen a horse treated like that. It's like the horse is Mick Jagger.
When the horse left Philadelphia...
But isn't this horse like a sea biscuit? Didn't he get, his face messed up?
Got his face smashed in. The original...
And he doesn't have great bloodlines.
And he was never going to, be able to run again after he got his face smashed in?
There's a weird story, too, where the original owner was and the guy that half-owned the horse wanted to get out of racing because he was so upset about the guy being killed. So he got rid of all of his horses except for 2 or 3, and this is one
and
of
then
them.
there's a trainer issue, too. That's sort of, it's all crazy.
But his face got smashed in. It was fractured and everything, and then he recovered.
The odds right now are 2 to 5.
But they say
Heavily
he's a
favored.
great horse with a great heart.
He's not going to win.
But Robin's right.
So?
They never win.
It does happen. It
Very
does happen,
rarely.
and he has never lost a race.
He will not win.
Last Triple Crown winner
He
was
will win. How much you
79.
want to bet?
Name it.
I'll bet you $1,000.
No. Because I mean, you know.
100 then.
And horses don't know they're the favorite. They don't know.
He doesn't care about that.
Yeah, no, he's just a good
He
runner.
just likes to run.
Yeah.
But Robin was right. Like, the horse left Philadelphia on Thursday to come to Belmont. I think there was, like, a police escort and helicopters following it and camera crews. That's what they had. They had 2 live camera crews following his trip to Belmont.
He's not going to win.
And then when they're there at wherever Belmont is, he's got guards around the clock. He gets special everything. He has a horse that they just keep just to pal around with him. He has to have his own buddy. And when they bring him out, there will be police around him like he's the president of the United States.
Wow.
A lot of money.
Well, because you know what they do to those horses? They sponge them. They stick sponges up their nose. That's what they did to Seabiscuit. They shove sponges up their nose so that when they're running, they can't breathe and they can't run as fast.
Yeah. Who does that? The competition?
Yeah.
It's been done.
Hey, I got to take a break. When we come back, we got to do Beat the Juice. A grandmother's going to play for her grandson to get a porn star to go to the prom. I know, it's complicated, isn't it? And we have a whole bunch of other stuff, too, and we'll be back right after these words.
Here's Mike Tyson planning his strategy for his next fight.
You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I'll eat your on the line. Oh, anybody in here can't with this man, man. This is the ultimate, man. You hoe. Come to say in my face. That's for everybody. Come on, you. You're scared coward. You're not man enough for me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white. Scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me.
Howard Stern Show.
Then we're in Vegas. They want to have more meetings.
Oh, boy.
Because our agent's coming out there, and when he gets out there, he gets bored, and he wants to have meetings, but he forgets that I have to work.
Right. You'll be doing a show.
Yeah, I'm a little busy.
You'll be splitting 8s.
Yeah. Well, I want a little time for that, too.
Of course.
I need to split some 8s.
Because you're in Las Vegas.
When you're down and out.
All right. Please, enough. All right with that guy. So how'd your meetings go?
All right, I guess. There's a movie I have a shot at getting in.
Oh, so you were out there auditioning.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
just like a meeting type thing.
I thought that you were out there with your sitcom meeting.
Well, that was part of, me and Sam had to get together to figure out a way to... The network did what they call rolling it over till mid-season.
What does that mean?
I think it means it's dead.
Oh. Why, they didn't like the...
What did you do?
No, I don't think they think that I'd be likable in a sitcom.
I agree.
So I'm going, what do I have the deal here for?
Yeah, what?
They actually said that to you?
No, I think in an indirect way that's what they say. Because in the sitcom, I play a guy who's kind of like a road comedian, you know?
Right.
And they want me to have a girlfriend in the show. And I said, isn't it funnier if I try to get laid on the road and stuff? And they don't think that's likable behavior for a sitcom.
So have a girlfriend. Who cares? Cheat on her.
I mean, yeah, well, I said, yeah, isn't that unlikable if I have a girlfriend? A single guy trying to have sex seems like normal. Babe.
See, I'd watch a show where a guy has a girlfriend, and then you keep trying to reinvent a line for cheating.
Yeah.
But although you should have a girlfriend, because, like, who's going to believe you're sort of like a ladies' man?
No. See, that's the humor. They're not going to be hot chicks.
Right, like pigs.
They're going to be the kind of chicks I was getting when I was a broke stand-up comedian.
Right. Well, hey, that's funny to me, but...
Yeah, so...
But if the network's saying you're not likable, by giving you a girlfriend, you'd be likable?
Yeah. Exactly.
And what are they going to give you, a way hotter girlfriend than you really should have?
Of course.
Well, yeah.
Because they even do that with King of Queens and stuff.
Right, and then it's not going to be believable then.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Well, they don't want believable. They don't want believable. They want likable.
But that...
Artie's like, no, you don't understand. It's got to be somewhat realistic. And they're like, no, it doesn't.
Right.
You know, Tim Allen's 40-something years old. His girlfriend's 20 in the movies. I mean, you know.
But then they don't go all the way with it. They try to go halfway, like get a chick who's cute. So we're going to go the unbelievable route. Let's get Heidi Klum to do it.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah. What if I'm just married to this unbelievably smoking hot model?
And she's mad about you.
Yeah. And, I'm playing just these bachelor parties doing stand-up, and they figure out why she's married to me.
So what's the deal? You're not going to get the sitcom or what?
Well, they said it's not officially dead yet. Me and Sam were trying to figure out a way to make me likable.
That's acceptable to everyone.
Why don't you do your real life? Be a comedian on the Howard, so you get a break on the Howard Stern show. Then you get a hot girlfriend. But, you know, everyone's debating whether or not you got her because you're on the Howard Stern show or because she really likes you. And you're constantly testing her to see whether you like her.
I have your permission to do that?
Yeah, who cares? No. Well, you don't have to be the Howard Stern show. Be the Bob and Tom show or whatever. The guy in Indianapolis, those idiots who rip us off. Or be the Big Bubba's, whatever, the Big Bubble. Bubble the Love Sponge. Be him.
Well, in the show, I'm on a really lame sitcom, but I make good money. So that's a way to get chicks, you know.
Yeah.
But then the show gets canceled, so I go back to my old life.
So let me think this through. You get a sitcom.
Right. Really?
And you get a hot chick, and the whole time you're debating whether the hot chick really wants you for you.
Right.
Or she wants you because you're on a sitcom.
Yeah, that's part of what this guy goes through. And
I like that.
And then the sitcom gets canceled.
Go ahead.
And then I have to go back to my whole life.
No one wants to see that.
See, that's a problem.
That's a downer.
No, but it's like I have to do these really bad gigs to keep up.
No one wants to see that.
That's a downer. Yeah, I'm getting depressed.
Just be on a sitcom and be a successful sitcom, and you can't figure out whether this chick likes you for you or not.
Right.
And you constantly test her.
Oh, okay.
And then you get anal from a guy.
And then as long as apparently as long as you get a different guy to play the lead,
right,
it'll be fine.
I don't know. You know what? You're right. Sitcoms are not for you.
It's hard.
You and Sam work it out.
You know
you know what? Why am I busy in your meeting, in your dreaded nightmare?
Hey, thanks, Rick. Can we meet today from 2 to 6:30?
Did you work enough yesterday?
Yeah, and this is what my meeting was like. Well, you know, rock and roll high school, so then the girl takes it, and I'm like,
It's a lot of work, man.
It is.
Trying to figure out, you know.
I just want someone to go off, ride it, and I'll collect a lot of money.
But Artie said he might be up for a movie. A week ago, he was saying he thought his movie career was over.
Yeah, look at you. What movie you up for, bro?
Well, it'll be another Will Ferrell movie. It'll be like my 4th in a row.
Oh, all right. So
you're the new team now.
Thank God he's working. Well, it's not really a team. I have 4 lines, and he's the star of the movie.
Right. It's your usual.
That's the winning formula.
Can't they give you a bigger part?
It would be like maybe a part that would shoot for like 2 weeks.
Oh, all right. So that's good.
That would be decent.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you get for something like that?
I don't know. That's the other big question. You're afraid to ask.
Mike, Francois Botha, 6-1 underdog. Are there any concerns on your part?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about numbers. I just know what I can do. How about kill this mother?
Okay. How about the 19 months off?
What about it? What about it?
Does it pose any problem to you?
We'll see. I doubt it seriously.
You taking to the ring a lot of rage. Does that work for you or does it work against you at times?
Now, who cares? We're in a fight anyway. What does it matter?
Well, for example, rage against Evander Holyfield worked against you.
Well, it. It's a fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
Then we could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Off.
Class act, buddy.
Hey, Mike.
Beat up your station. I'm gonna beat up your station. I'm gonna beat up your satellite dish. Hey, you know why I talk like this? Because, like Bruce Banner, I was affected by gamma rays and I turned into Iron Mike Tyson. I go crazy. I turn into the Hulk. Sometimes when those photographers are shooting pictures of me, the lights make me crazy like King Kong. Yeah. And I get crazy. Get those lights away from me, you crazy white bitches. Get the lights off. I'm King Kong. I'm King Kong. I'm Sonic. I'll kick your ass. If you don't want me to kick your ass, you better shackle me. You better put me in shackles and stop flashing those flash bulbs in my eyes. I'm gonna beat up your picture-taking photograph cameras. I'm so crazy, I'm not fighting people anymore. I'm gonna fight a bridge. Because I punched the walls in my house. We'll beat up the Brooklyn Bridge.
We talked to some contractor, said he has to go into Mike Tyson's house every once in a while and patch up the drywall because he punches through the drywall.
He said he had one special room he beats up all the time.
I beat up walls. I beat up a house. How you gonna fight me? I beat up a house. I beat up all the insulation in my house. My house wasn't warm enough, and I said, "Damn you, you insulation! I'm gonna beat you up." Fighting people isn't fun anymore. Yeah. It's hard to do this impression.
Rough on your voice.
I beat up the bridges. I beat up.
He's actually not even that high. He's like,
I beat up the bridges. I beat up the bridges. I'm gonna beat up Central Park. I'm gonna beat up the ionosphere. I'm gonna take on the ecosystem. I don't know what the ecosystem is, but I'm gonna beat it up. I'm gonna kill the sun and the moon. I'm gonna fly to I'm the first black man to fly to the moon and beat it up. I'm gonna kill the sun in the morning and the moon at night. What else you need, baby? Don't flash that in my eyes. You don't like to turn off your station before I beat it up. I'm gonna beat up your air conditioner. You're not gonna have any air conditioning this summer. I'm gonna beat up the radiator in your house. I'm gonna beat up the core of the earth. I'm gonna fly to the core of earth and beat it up. Because I'm crazy. I had Mike Tyson from gamma rays. Yeah, gamma rays came through a test tube and infected me. I'm gonna fight the Washington Monument. Yeah. And I'll knock it down. That big white bitch, the Washington Monument. You bitch. Then I'm gonna beat up Abraham Lincoln. You try living in my world just for one day. You couldn't do it. Couldn't. Yeah. You couldn't do it. Try doing it, Raggedy Ann.
You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I'll eat your on the line. Oh, anybody in here can't with this man, man. This is the ultimate, man. You hoe. Come and say my for everybody. You come on, you scared coward. You're not man enough to me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me.
Oh, my.
I'll F you till you love me.
Damn!
He never raped anyone.
I'll F you till you love me. I'll F you too. Your Honor, I never raped nobody. When I get done F'ing you, I'm going to F the Henry Hudson Parkway. I'm going to F you and all your male friends. And then we're gonna see who loves who. Yeah.
I think he's
the ultimate.
He's gay, man. That's a gay. You don't, even in your anger, you don't say
that to a guy?
I'm going to F you till you love me.
He sounds fruity.
Yeah. He
Maybe
does.
Jimmy Kimmel is onto something.
I think so.
I bet Evander Holyfield. Yeah. I bet the other guy just Lennox Lewis's foot, and now I'm going to bite you. Yeah. Your penis. Come here. I'll beat up your penis, then I'll bite it. I'll beat up the Milky Way. Then I'll anally rape the moon. I'm going to beat up the Big Dipper. I'm going to marry Jimmy Kimmel, and I'm going to run off with him. And then I'm going to F Terry and Howie from NFL pregame, right? Anally. And then they're going to love me. And then they're going to be my bitches.
I'm gonna marry Jimmy Kimmel, Terry, and Howie. I'm gonna beat Fox pregame.
I'm gonna beat up Uranus. It's sending me messages through my telescope. I beat up my telescope.
The other night I was studying your anus through my telescope. I'm gonna rape it. I'm gonna rape your ass.
I wanna fly to Uranus, beat it up, and rape it.
Gently.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you gentle and good till you love me, bitch.
I'm gonna go to Niagara Falls on my honeymoon with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lead you over a park bench and have with you.
I'm gonna beat up all the Friends cast.
Yeah, first I'll do Jimmy gently, and then I'm gonna really get him hard.
I'm gonna F Jimmy Kimmel till he loves me.
I like that contractor said he has to go into Mike's house every couple of months and patch up the drywall that Mike punches out.
He puts holes in concrete.
God. Yeah.
I'm gonna beat up my house.
My house is yelling at me.
My house is talking to me saying bad things.
I ain't gonna take that crap no more.
You'd be mad too if your house was talking to you.
You big bitch, White House.
I said, Walls, you looking at me again?
You crazy Walls. Let me punch you.
What you looking at?
Hey!
I elbowed my wall. My banister to my stairway was screaming at me.
I want to beat up the house after the gamma rays hit me like Dr. Bruce Bannister.
Dr. Bruce Bannister.
Dominic Barbara wants to weigh in.
Weigh in.
I'm going to give you a theory and facts that are never discussed on the air before.
Go ahead.
A theory. Okay.
Are you ready?
F you.
F you, you white bitch.
Yeah, white
You ready?
Go ahead.
When Mike Tyson was young, the rumor is that before he fought, 𝗛𝗛𝗄𝗿 would make him perform sexually on him.
Oh, please.
Now, you're all going to laugh. I know.
I'm going to kill you, rip your head off.
Now, you're all going to laugh at this. The boys that went there were abused. This is a rumor in the fighting world.
Well, what rumor? What's good as a rumor?
Yeah,
well,
I mean, come on.
Rumor is you were abused as a boy.
And it would explain...
Yeah, you better have some evidence there, counselor.
It would explain a lot of his oral fixation when he fights and gets angry, and his sexual comments. Because when Mike was young, he was abused, and now when he fights, it returns into the abused state. Ah.
Shut up with
No, seriously, Robin.
I'm going to beat up your Bentley.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight your Bentley, Dominic.
Robin, does it seem logical to you?
You have an oral fixation.
Yeah. You keep taking me out to dinner, I'm not going to be able to fit my...
Oh, please. Here we go.
Next time I see you in a hot tub on a cruise, I'm going to beat you up.
I'm going to beat your fat ass, your fat white ass.
I'm going to beat you and your hot tub.
Yeah.
Oh. I want to beat up a bridge next.
I'm going to beat something up.
I'm going to beat up a cruise ship.
I'm going to beat up a cargo terminal or something.
I'm going to beat up a port authority.
I'm crazy. I'm going to beat up like a bus or something. Bring me anything. I'll beat up like some sort of like airplane hangar or something. Like a hangar at the airport. I just got to beat up a 747 or something.
You don't know what to beat up, do you?
I'm beating stuff up. I'm crazy. What happened? These gamma rays got into my brain and I'm just beating stuff up. Put something in front of me. I'll beat it up.
Is the problem that your house is talking to you?
Yeah, my house again. Yeah, don't bring that up. That house got an ass kicking coming when I see it again. Keep me away from that house.
What if we took you, shackled you like King Kong,
shackle me up,
sent you up to the moon in a rocket ship? Would you beat up the moon for us?
I'll beat up the moon if someone flashed a light at me and I get out them shackles. I get mad. I'll beat that moon right the hell up.
How funny would it be if we chained him up like King Kong and brought him out, and then he just like burst out of the chains when the light bulbs go off? It confuses him and scares him. And then he carries a white woman in his hand and climbs to the Empire State Building. I'm gonna kill the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't play. Get him away from me.
Oh.
The only good thing about that story is then we get to shoot him down.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea what you make.
Really?
I have no idea.
I'm willing, you know what? I'm willing to tell you what I make, including appearances, with appearances.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
You want to say it here? You want to save it for...
This is with the DVD?
Everything. I'm talking about everything. Like stand-up.
I tell you what.
Stand-up, well, I've been lucky enough to sign a couple of development deals directly because of this show, and the movie deal, and all my stand-up appearances, and the salary here. I'd be willing to tell you what I make.
Do you want to tell it now, or do you want to we'll make it a cliffhanger?
I don't care. You tell me. Well, wherever you want me to say it.
And by the way,
I mean, now it's going to be. I'm talking about a K-Rock.
Can you separate?
Right.
Can you?
Right. Oh, right. You're not talking about your new deal.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not talking about my.
If you could separate out what you get paid from K-Rock, that's the number I'm most interested in. Just and then that second number as well.
Yeah. I'll say this: I make way more in other ventures than I do at K-Rock.
Right.
I more than.
Now, what about your new salary?
With the new salary, I got a very, very nice raise, I think.
Right.
And I'm insanely happy with what. Very generous over at the.
Yeah, I don't even know what they paid you.
I
honestly don't.
You know, but again, with me, you got to factor in stand-up. You know,
right.
I'll say that the last 4 years, I've made way more on other things than
you did here.
Yes, exactly. Right. But it was when I got this job, I said to my agent, I said, God, it's a base salary. What I'm making at this place, you know.
Right.
It's less than a sitcom, but it's a base salary. You know, look at what I can do in other areas.
All right, you want to come clean now, or you want to wait?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. You want him to come clean now?
Well, just because he's coming clean doesn't mean I am.
That's such a tempting morsel you've laid out there.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, for you know, this is everything with stand-up.
Okay, let's see what you're making. If you want to say it, go ahead. Good luck getting a plumber.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin your life.
Well, go ahead. Let's hear it.
This year, I'll make with everything about $1.2 million.
Nice.
Now, so you're saying that would tell me that you make less than $600,000 as a K-Rock employee.
You're right.
I probably have you here I had you here at about 400. But you know the guy.
So what? Is Gary far off that you get 400?
He's in the ballpark.
Yeah, 450.
Higher or lower?
He's in the ballpark. Higher.
Higher.
No, I mean it's higher what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not over $500,000, I would guess. It's somewhere between 4 and 5.
It's not.
4 or 5 at K-Rock, and then the rest already makes selling DVDs and working
a lot of stand-up, man. A lot of stand-up. I'll say, as a stand-up comic, there's nothing better than this show on the planet Earth. Nothing. There's nothing like it on the planet.
Yeah. You see, people probably thought you were making more.
I did.
People think I'm making more.
Well, even the people on the round table have. Where did they have Artie?
Let's see. Let's finish.
I think they had him around 2. No?
They had him at $2 million.
1 or 2?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, they had me up around 3.
I mean, I'm just pulling that out of like Artie, the DVD, right? I mean, like Jackie made a load of money selling that crap, those mugs and those stupid T-shirts, Yeah. But he sold a lot of that stuff. So is Mike. What do you think?
I think that.
Tom's here.
No, I just came in to say to think about it. Think about if what Artie just said is true, and he spoke truthfully. Think about what they're just about to reference, which is the money that Jackie walked away from.
That's right.
5 years ago.
That's right.
For 5 years.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years ago, what the money would have been times 5.
Because
Artie's thanking God we're leaving and going somewhere else.
Just for perspective,
right.
I won't say how much it was, but Jackie was going to get paid significantly more.
That's right.
As a base salary.
I remember what you told me. The only salary I ever knew was Jackie's, because Tom finally came to me and said, I just want you to know what I offered Jackie. And I said, okay, what is it? And then he told me, and I fell down on the floor. And I go, who the hell would walk away from that? And do you know how hard it is to make money in radio? I mean, there's no job that will pay him that.
Oh, forget it.
To be, to do what he's doing. There's just, I don't even know if he could go to Hollywood and make that.
So if Artie's been able to almost, let's say ballpark, because we're going to say the exact number, but almost triple what he, his, or what he makes here plus double that again.
Imagine what Jackie was doing.
Yeah, and Jackie had all the outside
right.
stuff.
And it's just, again, it makes it, and I'm not taking a shot at Jackie.
Wait till you ought to come in here when Jackie comes on the show.
Only if I'm invited.
Absolutely.
I don't
that one you're allowed.
Unless I'm invited.
You walk in anyway. All right, let's get back to this very interesting conversation from Superfan Roundtable. Which is, this is about 1/10 of what they discussed.
Right.
It's amazing.
I was glued.
Artie makes minimum $1.5 million a year, and I think he deserves it too.
No, I don't think he makes that much.
No,
he's too new for that.
Hold on, Kevin, you weigh in.
$750,000, and that's probably with everything. And he has the option, or he has.
Boy, these guys are pretty right on there.
Yeah. The ability to plug his gigs, and that makes extra money for him.
Okay, now we talked about everybody who's on air. Let's segue into the guys who are behind the scenes and run the show. I think they're all getting.
Me too.
Let's start with the first one. Gary Dell'Abate produces the show for a very long time. How much do you think Gary's making? Lori, I'm going to start with you again.
I don't think it's a lot because he's doing these appearances he's always saying about. I'm going to go with $500,000.
Ralph, what do you think? I don't think it's that much.
Really?
I think I would say he's probably making at least $100,000 a year. And then all those dumb appearances, he's probably making another $500,000 or something.
He puts what do you say, $5,000 away for his kids a month or something for college?
Gary's doing well, but I don't think he's even close to $1 million.
Really?
I think you guys are low. Kevin, what do you think?
I tend to think it's low too, but I don't think it's $100,000. I think it's maybe $250,000 to $500,000, which is a lot for a producer, but he's been there too.
Okay,
he contributes to it.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. $250,000 to $500,000. Look, you know how much money? I mean, I know they're tight. You know what I mean? But you know how much money this company has? They can turn around and go.
But they're tight. They're tight about it. They don't see it like that.
Boy, this is some compelling radio.
That's great.
I'm watching Gary's face.
Yeah, no, because
I was too.
Gary's in real pain.
They're mostly high, except for Ralph's really low.
Right.
That's what I could say. They're all high.
You mean literally high?
They gotta be high to be saying these.
Can I ask you a question? This is one of the questions I get asked by fans all the time, starting about here and now on our way to.
Right.
When you say that you don't know what any of us make,
that's right.
People always are under the impression that
I pay you,
or that you decide. In other words, say it's $100 million a year. If it's $100 million a year, you don't decide what everybody gets.
Never. In fact, Robin and Fred have the same agent I do, and I never bring it up. I don't ever bring it up or say anything. I say, just let me know if there's a problem, because all these people matter to me, and I want to make sure they're treated right. And please appeal to the company to let them understand that they're important to the show the same way I'm important to the show. And that's it. That's my speech. And the only time I ever found out a salary was the Jackie thing, because Tom came to me and said, I just want you to know what I offered him, because the negotiation was over.
Right. It was
and that was it. And I said, what'd you offer him? And he's told me, and I fell down. I fell down. Because, quite frankly, I thought he was pretty well compensated.
And you know what? I'll tell you, the real number that hits you, if not what Jackie turned down a year, because it was a rolling thing.
Right.
If you say what Jackie turned down for 5 years, that's a number that just knocks you over.
Right. You will not get up.
If I'll say this. This is how good this show is to a stand-up comic. If I was willing to work, say, 90% of the weekends a year, I could triple that figure.
Right.
Wow.
But it's just I'd drop dead.
It would kill you, but you'd be very wealthy as a dead man.
Yes, Dominic.
If you take $2 for every dollar Jackie would have gotten, $2 from other appearances, take the new contract where he's going, over $20 million he actually walked away from adding it up. Think about it.
Yeah, I am
Whatever
thinking about
you just said.
Whatever you said, I'm thinking about it.
$2 for
I would think about it if I could understand your garbled way of speech.
$2 for every dollar.
Every $2 for every dollar, or steak for 2 for 1.
Plus the serious contract he would have got, it is $20 million easily. And ask everyone there, figure it out. It's because if he's saying he can get $2 for every dollar in either, he was selling everything. There's Jackie mugs, there's Jackie T-shirts.
Jackie's liver. Yeah, the only thing, I mean, the only thing I sell is a DVD. I don't have any other stuff.
Yeah, you got that from me.
Mr. Junior.
Artie, do you think $2 for every dollar you get in salary you can make on the outside?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Without question.
I still don't understand what he's saying.
Steak for 2 for 1.
In other words, double it.
All I know is Gary looks in real pain.
I'm still thinking about it.
He's still thinking about it.
He's arguing with the people on the round table.
Come on.
I'm sorry, but Dominic's actually low.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's actually you'd be on the low side.
You're counting all the plugs and all that.
I'm just counting, taking all the extra income for, because Dominic's saying...
He's saying $2 for every dollar is more than $20 million.
And if you did that number...
It was Jackie walked away from $7 billion.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, more than you.
Yeah. How did he get all that? $20 million.
Let me ask you something.
Is it the Jackie Show or the Howard Show?
The Joe Trump. This was always a rumor I heard. And Tom, is this true or not? I mean, you guys would know. Did Jackie have in his deal an 8 a.m. plug every day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now listen. As a stand-up comic, I would take that rather than a couple $100,000 extra.
And let me tell you something about that plug. He could promote, he could go to a comedy store, right, Tom, and say, hey, I have a plug.
Right.
You guys want to get plugged, or you want to plug other comedians?
That's right.
He could use it any way he wanted.
And I got to tell you, Jackie was much more intricate than you think. It was an 8 a.m. plug contractually, but Jackie laid them all out for the week. There was the 7:30 plug, the 7:45 plug, the 8 o'clock.
So he danced around.
He rotated.
And when I missed one, like if I was in the middle of something, I ignored his plug, I don't want to mess up the flow of the show, but I put my plug up. And that's when I said, what am I doing with this?
Because he had to make sure he licked those fingers to pull it out.
Yeah.
There were two guaranteed plugs already.
Right.
Wow.
Middle of the show and end of the show.
And Howard, and both had to be voiced by Howard.
What was I thinking?
Wow.
Right.
Wow. That's an amazing...
Stuttering John and I used to sit around and say, if we could get one of those a week, one middle of the show plug a week, we'd never have, we'd be rich.
Well, he had a good deal. No doubt about it. Your wife's on the phone. Yes, Penelope.
Hello?
Yep.
That's her.
Tom's wife. Yes.
Howard?
Yes, Penelope.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Tom.
Hi, honey.
Hi, what's going on?
You called.
I called because, listen, this is very appropriate. One of my favorite moments on the Howard Stern show was when Howard used to call you 𝗵𝗵ici𝗿𝗿𝗍.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
And he was railing about something, and it was in the early days when he would call the house in the morning. And so one morning he got Tim on the phone, and Tim had to be like 10 or 11, maybe 12 years old. And so Howard starts in on Tim. Tim, does your father pay you an allowance? How much allowance do you get? Like, how much a week does your father give you to spend just exactly the way you want? And Tim unknowingly said, well, I don't get an allowance.
And we laughed.
No, you said, well, how do you get your money? And my poor son was in the middle of some class project and said, well, I collect bottles and cans.
Oh, Jesus. That poor kid. She didn't get any.
So my poor baby, everybody's feeling really sorry because this cheap man is making him go out into the street and collect these bottles and cans.
In an orange jumpsuit.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Penelope. That's a great memory.
He also jacked cars at 15.
Yes, Ralph. By the way, congratulations on Superfan Roundtable.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that looking back and listening to you replay, I think I really got caught up in the moment. We're in the new place, and we're having a round table talking about you, and I'm thinking how important everything is, but you forget radio gives you no respect.
Right. That's right. These are salaries for radio, and let me tell you, one of the greatest accomplishments I think I've had in radio, with and Fred and Robin can really attest to this because they go back 20 years.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That to see anybody make any money.
Yeah, a lot of guys are making decent, more than decent livings.
Well, now you got a rock star replacing me on the radio. I mean, it was unheard of. When I got into radio, there was nobody making any money.
Imagine his starting salary. Nobody ever even got that.
I mean, first of all,
we're all sitting there thinking what people on the show should be making.
Yeah, nobody had negotiating in radio is tough because radio is a mom and pop business, and by that I mean it's always it was
a local guy who owned a station.
And he sold $60. Commercials cost $60 a spot, and by the time you paid the commission to the sales guy and everything, you made very little money, no matter how big a star you were.
Right.
I mean, in Washington D.C., I was the #1 morning man. I took the ratings. And what's the word for 8 times the ratings? I octupled the ratings. Octupled the ratings, taking them to #1 in, I think, in 2 books. Robin, myself, and Fred.
Forget it. Like the Babe Ruth hitting all those home runs.
And I believe my salary was $40,000 a year. And they made.
It actually might have been less.
But Howard.
No, I think it was 40.
Around there.
It was around there. Yeah. No, you're right.
I think the reason it was because I remember there was a really bitter moment with Goff.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting in the office, and for some reason he decided at one moment to blurt out your salary, and it upset you, and you left the room, which I don't blame you because he had no business doing that.
Yeah.
But I think he said $35,000.
Yeah, it might have been that.
You might have gone there for that. Yeah. And then there was some kind of an adjustment midstream, but he never wanted to negotiate a decent contract.
You know what? As long as we're all about revelations, I've never told you this because I don't want to get somebody in trouble. But I'll tell you something. This is something that I never told you. I feel guilty about not telling you this.
What's this?
Good.
I was called to possibly replace you.
Where?
As a morning guy.
You mean on this show?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Well, in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah.
How weird was that?
It was. My manager called me one day and said, Art, they called and there was no formal offer, but they said, would Artie be interested possibly in being the new morning guy in a couple of major markets?
Wow.
Really?
Wow, that is the sleaziest friggin' move I've ever heard.
And I didn't.
Wow.
I said to him, I'm not even going to think twice about that.
God.
I said immediately say no.
How shocking is that? How sleazy
that
is
that? Shocking.
But,
you mean this is recent?
Yeah, sure, this was over the summer.
That would have been just
this was in July.
Unbelievable.
Would that have been interesting?
Well, I can tell you one more.
Yeah. You got approached too?
Informally.
Yeah.
But was just asked about the possibility, like just by somebody in programming, about myself and Artie being the nucleus of a show in, one of the top 5 cities.
Unbelievable.
One of the top 5 cities in our...
Unbelievable.
And I said, you know what? Not even, you couldn't even afford...
You know what this reminds me of? When I got fired from NBC, and we were out the door, and NBC kept Fred around. And Fred said to me, what do I do here? I said, Fred, look, we don't have jobs. You got to make a living.
Right.
You might as well stay at NBC and make some money because the guy...
And it was so uncomfortable.
Well, while they were there...
What did Fred do there?
So wait, he had his own show with Al Rosenberg.
And me.
And Gary in the afternoons.
The 3 of us.
And it was
so I called the guys and I said, look, I'm going to try and get a new job somewhere and bring you with me. And Fred said to me, look, they've offered me a job. And Fred was considering it. And I said to Fred...
I was considering it only because I was feeling desperate, and they were, like, putting such pressure.
I'm sure they were putting pressure because he's in-house.
So I said to Fred, I'm begging you. I don't have a job for you yet, but I'll come up with something. And I didn't feel comfortable even saying this. I said, if you take a job at NBC and do your own show, they're going to get rid of you in 6 months. And I said, not because you're not talented. I said, that station is going down. These guys don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't understand the chemistry. They don't understand anything we're up to. I said, please, consider it. And I don't have a thing to offer you, but the second I get it, I will make sure that you come over with us.
I have to say one thing right now. Thanks to K-Rock. Because it was I was getting really depressed about it. I know.
Well, you remember Fred was in the...
Well, they were pressuring Fred to sign the contract. But seriously, listen, I mean, Artie or Fred or Gary or anyone who'd want to go do their own show, I would say do it. But I think it's almost like on Survivor when they break up their tribe. The tribe, it's crazy. They wanted what they'd want to do is pick us off one by one.
And I'll tell you what, they threw a crazy number out. Crazy.
What was the number they
made an offer?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
You're coming clean.
Come on.
Offer the number.
What do you care?
What's the number?
There was no offer. They threw out. My manager digging before he talked to me. So what are we talking about here? And the guy said maybe around $5 million.
Wow.
A year? I don't know.
Or a $5 million contract.
I don't know.
I might have taken
He said
that.
5 to 10. He said 5 to 10 million bucks.
I might have taken
that.
that.
Well, I was getting ready to be hurt because you told Fred not to take the job.
So,
and remember when we left Washington?
Right.
And I got a job offer.
Right.
And I told you about the job offer. And you looked at me and said, Robin, you got to take that.
No, that was a whole different situation.
What I said that
I had a job. That's a different situation. I had a job at NBC. I was signed.
Right.
And they had promised me I could bring Robin, and then they bailed on me. After that Douglas Kiker piece.
Right.
Big time. So Robin came to me and said, I have a job. I said, Robin, you got to take the job. I've got a job, and they won't hire you. But I will do everything I can to get you a job offer there.
How long were you on the air without Robin?
Way too long.
2 months? Just about a month.
Was it a month? It seemed like a year.
We were apart for a long time, but you didn't start at NBC for a long time after you left Washington.
Every day I'd beg them. I'd go in there every day. Come on, you can hire Robin. And Robin
but I would have been tied up in a 5-year contract if I had taken your advice.
Oh, you mean with DC 101? Yeah, well, I felt guilty because I had promised you a job at NBC, and I was like... They said they will not hire you.
It didn't look good.
Because they wanted me to quit.
Right, wow.
Right, it didn't look like you were even going to have it.
No, they wanted...
Right, well, that was the sad thing. He said, Robin, they won't even talk to me.
They won't. They wanted me to quit.
Hey, Artie, if they made a solid offer for between $5 to $10 million a year, would you have jumped?
No.
And I know why.
I honestly would. I'll tell you what, because here's the thing.
A year, $5 to $10 million a year.
They didn't specify what it was. They said it's a $5 to $10 million possible offer, what it would be. And
wow.
I immediately said...
can you imagine that? That's how
I said, first of all, listen.
That's how important the F you to me is. No offense.
Right.
No offense. I think you'd be a great morning man.
No, I agree with you,
but
man.
It's so important for them to F me over that they would just open up the piggy bank for anyone.
Howard, listen to me.
And you work so hard to elevate this medium to get to the point, and then they just throw money at Artie, no offense.
You don't have to be nice about it. I said, listen, guys, I sit next to this guy every morning. I don't think I could do that. It's different what I do and what he does. Pacing a show, running a show. Like, that's really not showing any respect for what he does.
Well, I want to say something. I am really thrilled you're coming with me to the new place. So I love and adore you.
Sure, no.
And, I admire your decision because a lot of people would have just taken the money and said, screw it. And I'm going to tell you something, man. That shows incredible loyalty to me.
Oh, sure.
And I'm going to tell you something. That is really moving to me more than anything you could ever say.
Well, listen, I sat on this a long time. I don't want to ever, because that's not why I'm telling you this, but I feel guilty not telling you because I think
you could tell me anything.
But it was, the other thing I said to my manager was, and not to get sappy, I said, Howard is become a friend of mine, man. I said, I could never do that to the guy. Even if I thought for 1 second I could possibly compete with him, I could never do it to him. I wouldn't be able to look anybody in the face.
Regardless of that, I got to tell you something. It takes a strong man to turn that kind of money. But I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not saying this selfishly. I think you made the right move.
Oh, of course I did.
I think we're bound for greatness in another way.
I would have been off in 3. I think I would have sucked.
You would have burnt out, too.
You would have never seen $5 million.
But I owe you a car.
Succumbed from the pressure.
No, but Howard, Artie would have never seen $5 million. After 6 months, they'd have bailed on him.
Well, if he had a solid contract.
They would have had to pay.
I think they give him at least a year before they pull the plug.
And you know what? And the bottom line is, it's all, like, why are they trying so hard just to screw me over? Like, even like Tom saying, well, I just offered him, we'll buy out the entire last day, we'll buy the entire last day of commercial spots. I said, if there's a problem with me, whatever, let them buy the whole thing out at a premium. And he goes, no. And I go, why not? You sell to other satellite companies? Why? Isn't it because it's me? And everyone's just vindictive against me. And he said, no, that's not it. But what else would be the reason?
It so clearly is, because it's not a good business decision to F with you like this.
But what is a good business reason for turning down,
hey, Gary,
like double the rate?
Gary, what was your offer? Like, was it like sick, crazy?
You know what? It never got into money. Although money was insinuated.
Right.
Really? What was the insinuation?
Well,
who made the approach?
That I'd rather not say.
Okay.
I'd rather not say. I would tell you that off the air.
I would say it was Tom.
No. And I would tell you that off the air.
It was Chuck Roast.
It was about a week or two. And the funny thing was about a week.
Fred's pissed he didn't get approached, and so is Robin.
Yeah, really? What are we?
Well, they figured there was no way they were going to get you guys.
They had to figure that.
That would just be plain stupid.
That would just be ridiculous.
I got a call.
It was about 2 or 3 weeks after you made the announcement, when you had said, I hope everybody comes with me, but certainly nobody had made me any. I didn't have a formal offer.
Right.
And somebody called me and said, how would you feel about coming to a certain area and doing the show? And I'm like, well, what would I do? And they go, well, you and Artie.
What area? Philly?
Way far west. Los
Angeles?
Yeah. How would you feel about coming to L.A.?
So was Bob Moore.
It wasn't. How would you feel about coming to
Jack Silver?
It could have been.
Okay. Go ahead.
But he was feeling it.
Right. He was working for someone.
How would you feel maybe you and Artie would be like the nucleus of something, or maybe it's the You and Artie show? And first of all, I don't think the Gary and Artie show has any interest to anyone. And I said,
Oh, I'd be interested.
Yeah, well, on a whole other level. And I said, you know what? I said, I've already spoken to Howard. I said, I don't have a deal, but I know I'm going over there, and I know this is what I want to do. And
I said to my manager, the analogy I used is, I said, Pete, I'd rather be a player on the Yankees than the captain of the Double Ray. That's what I said to him. And I said, before I did that to Howard or anybody, I'd go back to the world of sitcoms. Why would I do that?
Well, bro, let me tell you something.
What would I do?
I am moved by what both you and Gary are telling me, and I'll tell you another thing. We're going to have some real fun.
Oh, sure. I'm incredibly thrilled. And I didn't say it because, I sat on this a long time. But now we're coming towards the end, and I'm feeling like...
And I'll tell you another thing. This fuels me beyond what you could even imagine.
Good.
You don't understand the fire that is ignited in me right now. And the thoughts that go on. And I am going to tell you something. I am going to reinvent everything.
Right.
Based on this conversation.
Including Arthur Lange.
No, I mean, you already reinvented
Arthur.
You already reinvented audio.
By the way, Howard, I just want to say that my dinner this evening with Bob Moore and Jack Silver should be very comfortable.
Bobby, my good friend Bob Moore.
Well, again, he didn't make the call.
Look what happens from the Superfan Roundtable.
Superfan Roundtable, I got to take my radio and throw it out the window. Between Superfan Roundtable and that H100 News.
It drives me crazy.
Do you listen to it every night?
I love it. I got to say one thing. Ralph, you're hired. You can be my agent.
Yeah, Ralph.
Right.
I actually like you now.
I want to pull a Terrell Owens.
Hey, Howard, can I just tell you one more story about what it's like to...
Superfan Roundtable is the best show ever.
Just a real quick story about what it's like to make money in radio.
Look what it sparked.
Hey, Howard, let me ask you a quick question. are people, are they making money, like a ton of money, like comparing TV to radio? Are they just cheap, or are they socking it away, or they don't really have, like, TV money? Like Artie was making $50,000.
No, TV money is way different. You're talking about a whole different medium. You're talking about what sponsors will pay. It's a whole different thing.
They'll throw away money on nothing.
The heyday of this show, we were getting, and this show has generated billions for this company. Right. Don't be fooled by any press release that there were times that we were getting, at the height, $30,000 a minute.
Unheard of. That now that's getting
on radio.
into television territory for spots.
I'll tell you this. The world of television is a whole different pay scale. Talk about guys who do 13, 20-week shows. They make millions and millions of dollars.
Well, Artie can tell you.
Here they don't make that kind of money. In fact, it is shocking to me how they're willing to open up the pocketbooks just to screw with me.
Well, look how not even people on the show, but, these other people they're trying to dig up to replace you, they're offering them a ton of money.
Oh, it's unheard of. Guys who have never even proven themselves getting all kinds of money.
When I left the Norm Show, my manager said, the most insane thing's about to happen to you. You're going to become like a rock star. You're going to be insanely more famous, and you're going to take a 50% pay cut.
Right.
Watch what happens.
But, obviously for me as a comic, it's a base salary.
But you're doing better at the new place, right? I mean, you're making good money.
Absolutely, Howard. It's fantastic.
Good.
And with the money I made in stand-up, I made more than I made in the Norm Show here. I mean, it was, again, a base salary,
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, just to give you an idea of how little money there is in radio, when I was working for you at NBC, I was making $7,500 a year, right?
Let me ask you something. Why would they pay you the money?
But they've never been able to give him here.
Like, why didn't they reward you while you were here with that kind of money?
So
if you're that good.
I'm going to say, because this is how it all starts. This is a story. This is how it all starts.
You know what this is? If Howard likes the guy, he must be good. Right.
And I got to tell you, I do have to say that for a long time in this company, they banked on the goodwill of us to you. Almost the knowledge that we love the show so much we won't walk away.
Right.
And over the years,
that's been a bargain.
It's probably hurt me, but it's still been worth it.
Right.
But so I was making $7,500 a year. As soon as they fired you from NBC, they immediately bumped me up to $10,000.
Yeah.
As soon as Fred left, they bumped me up to $12,000. Right.
Right.
So when I came over from my first meeting with Tom, I'll never forget. I was so stupid and young and didn't know what to say in that kind of negotiating, what not to say. So Tom says, well, what are you looking for? And I said, listen, I'm making $12,000 a year.
Big mistake.
And I don't have any benefits. I said, what I would like is some medical benefits, and I would love to make $20,000 a year. Tom pulled that calculator out, and he calculated that the company paying my benefits equaled $4,000 a year, so he's going to give me $16,000 in benefits. And that's where I started.
So if they piss on you so bad, then why all of a sudden are they opening up the bankroll when I'm leaving?
But that's always the offer I got from DC 101 was mind-blowing at the time.
Right, I remember that.
Mind-blowing.
Robin and I signed with NBC. All of a sudden, they approached Robin for huge money. I forget how much it was.
It was
it like $200,000?
It was a $500,000 contract for a kid who was 28 years old,
right,
just starting in radio.
And they could have signed me for half of that. That's all I was looking for. And they wouldn't do it. But all of a sudden, when I was leaving, they were willing to sign Robin for all that.
But, Howard, even the tiny little bit of money they gave me at NBC, like, as soon as you were gone, there was like, he's been with Howard. He must know something. Let's keep him around.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it's all about your validation. Absolutely. They're saying, the Howard thinks this guy's good, so maybe the fans will
anything.
Right.
But Scott, they weren't paying us that when we were working.
Wait, here's a sad story. With everything that's going on, here's a guy who got offered nothing.
I got a revelation.
Go ahead.
I was offered $50.
Wait, Scott, the engineer.
Through the grapevine, I heard, don't let the door hit you in the ass. Have a good time.
What? Say that again? What are you saying?
Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
In other words,
get the hell out.
You mean they want to get rid of you?
They were going to throw him out.
Right.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
We were gone.
That came up last night. Is Scott going over?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good.
Scott is. You see, that's another crucial error they're making here. Whether Scott going with me Scott is one of the best engineers.
He's valuable.
This guy gets it. When you come up with a bit and you hand it to him, he gets it done.
He's the only engineer here capable of doing it.
And they don't have engineers over there, really.
There's some fine engineers here, but Scott's my ace in the hole.
Scott knows his show better than anyone.
And you can just hand him something.
Right.
He knows what to do.
You know what I wanted to say yesterday before? I mean, I couldn't do a good as job as I do without you guys giving me the material that
that's
you create.
absolutely
I mean,
true.
you're the brains.
Duh. I mean,
somebody's got to put it on tape.
Yeah, right. It's the end of the show. We're being nice.
Don't get carried away.
The greatest talent that Scott has, Fred and I talked about this, that would be so hard to get with a new guy is, I got a piece of tape. Scott, I need to pull like the meat of this tape. I'm really busy with the guests down the hall. You know what to do.
It's like shorthand now.
Right.
Yeah. And that's hard to find in a new person.
Wow. Well, a lot of revelations made, and these are not the revelations that we're saving.
No.
I can't see how you can beat Artie's today.
Artie threw out like 3, I think.
Tell you what.
I lost count.
I'll tell you what. I can beat Artie's.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure you can.
That was pretty big.
And I will. I already told Will my revelation.
You know what, Artie? I don't know what you revealed, but you could have revealed that and gotten off the hook.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to hurt yourself.
We talked about that, too, what we thought everybody's revelation was.
No, I mean...
Artie told Sal his revelation. Yeah, I heard that part. By the way, I heard that part of Roundtable Discussion, Superfan Roundtable. Yeah, my revelation isn't that I've had gay sex. By the way.
No, I didn't tell Sal my revelation.
Sal told Artie.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't matter. It's okay.
Hey, Bong Hit Eric is saying this conversation's boring.
Oh,
what?
Wow, I thought we were doing good radio
Why don't
here.
you take some methamphetamine?
What's up with him?
No, Sal. Artie told Sal his revelation.
Artie told Sal?
Because Sal told me, and it was what they said.
Oh, did I?
Artie.
I forget.
Jeez, I thought this was good radio. I see the one negative, and I get really bummed out.
Artie just has 100 revelations. He's a very treasure.
How did Will know Sal wasn't just guessing?
Right.
I don't know.
Will might just revealed it.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Howard.
Is this boring?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm a doctor. I am not currently treating patients because I am standing by the radio listening to what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Absolutely stellar. First off, Artie, you are the effing man. I mean, that's unbelievable. I was actually, I was poised like I was ready to start a race when he was talking about whether or not he was going to, reveal that information.
Hey, Bonghead, wait a second. Bonghead, how is this boring to you?
I didn't say it was boring. What I said to the intern was that you guys are getting all mushy with each other. And it's almost like making me want to cry. I haven't laughed in like 10 minutes.
Because I got a note that says, Bong Hit Eric, this conversation is so boring. And I went, oh, man, I thought we were really getting down to it.
We were nailing it.
No, it's interesting. I like when you reveal stuff like that, like especially the money stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it's not even about laughing right now. It's a show that is actually defined. I mean, part of the warped person that I am, even though people rely on me as a doctor every day, is a consequence of being 14 years old and my mother slapping my hand off the radio while I was twisting the dial to AM to listen to you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're learning things about you that you and the staff. I mean, and Artie. Screw anybody that says Artie isn't the best addition to the show.
Artie's a great addition. He really is.
Absolutely.
Very happy with our team. And by the way, I'm very happy our team is intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm psyched about that, too.
Wow, I didn't know we were under attack like that.
And by the way, I'm going to end this conversation by saying thank you, Don Buchwald, for changing my life.
All right,
Can I ask you something, one last honest question, because I've been milling about this. Are you mad that I didn't tell you that for a couple of months?
No, it's your prerogative. In fact, I'm sure in some way you thought you were protecting me.
Oh, yeah, I felt guilty. I felt dirty even knowing about it. Like I lost sleep over it.
You shouldn't even know about your own offer.
No, I know.
But look at me, man. Look at me. You could tell me anything.
I know.
I think you're learning that, right?
Of course I am.
I don't. That's I don't know.
I know.
People think that I'm like insane. That they can't tell me.
When I first got here, of course, it was a different story. But in the last 4 years, I call you a friend of mine.
Yeah, I hope
no,
so.
Absolutely.
Hey,
yeah.
I can tell you for a fact that you can even call him with things that, you know, like me, going to him and saying, look at this contract they just offered me.
Right.
You know, I showed him the whole thing. He would advise me about me, not about me and him.
I got a question for Artie that could open up an odd can of worms for us. The guy that made the offer to you, is he now working for us at our new place?
And see, I don't want to get it.
So it must be Tim.
This is why I did. This is why.
But you know
Tim make the offer?
But you know that Tim.
There had to be a gun to his head.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
You know. In fact, I mean, Tim will never ever reveal to me whatever he learned when he was a program guy here.
Right.
I mean that, and I respect that about him.
Right.
But I know that Tim ain't calling the shots.
Right.
You know.
Tim is such a great guy, and that's the one reason I didn't tell you, was because I said, God, especially after you hired him.
I wouldn't have been mad at Tim.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's an amazing guy, and he's great at what he does.
Tim ain't authorized to offer those kind of money dollars without
that kind of. There wasn't. Let me explain. There wasn't an offer. It was a discussion. It was no offer.
We'll take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
And for the wine and all that shit, and she's also like Gary said, part of the show. So
all right, so Aaron's sort of defending Lisa here.
We pay for a venue.
Yeah, I mean, she's good. That's a weird thing to say, because whatever she's paying for or not paying for, she will walk away with a profit of some sort.
She has no. Dude, when we do the block party shows, we pay for a venue,
of course.
So I mean,
here's a question John and I were kicking around today. If Lisa said, "I'm going to be at the coffee shop for $100, you can come." And you get a cupcake and everything, and I'm going to play the violin for an hour.
Okay.
Would that change your perception of what she's doing?
That's a concert. That's a concert.
Absolutely. At least she's doing something other than having, 30 people show up and then just sit around and schmooze with them. Anthony, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a big 𝗛cie fan. I mean, I'm a stand-up comedian. I moved out here to PA from California, and just the transition there, but she's promoting the show because she is bringing, she's using the Stern show as saying, I'm bringing the female listeners and trying to make money off that, because the block party is just completely different from what she's trying to do. She doesn't have an act. So she's using the show to get the female listeners out there to make money. I mean, she's got to rent a car.
But why is that wrong? I'm just going to play devil's advocate. Why, if you could say that Julie and Ronnie are using the show to get male listeners to come out and see male-based humor, even though there's a lot of women there as well. So if Lisa feels she's going to talk to female listeners, why is that wrong?
But why does she have to make money of it? If she started to support the show and won a gig, she should be able to be like, hey, I'm Lisa G. Come, get listeners to be more attracted to her, not because I need to make some money.
Why should the guys from the block party make money? Shouldn't they just be, Julie's a comedian, shouldn't he be out there for the joy of making people laugh?
Also, would it matter to you?
I pay money to go see the block party. I pay money to go see the block party. I was up in Canada, and I saw the block party. It was fucking awesome. It was fun.
But Anthony, people don't have to spend money to go to Lisa's event. They just won't go.
Right. The reason I wanted to pick up his call is because he said Lisa's scamming people. And I think that's a poor choice of words, because I think Lisa's being very upfront about what she's doing. I don't think there's any scam involved.
Well, you know what? We should get Jason down here, because he said that he feels like she's scamming people big time.
But she's being very upfront about it. I mean, I don't think anybody who pays can't walk away surprised with what they're getting.
What were you going to say, Benji?
Well, would it matter? As I said before, I don't think there's anything wrong, and I think Lisa could say she's putting on an event in a different kind of way, but she's still putting on an event. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except I felt she was being very hypocritical towards when she was criticizing me. But would you guys say it's any different if, let's say, this cupcake place hired her for an appearance and they paid her?
I think that's different, because you're not taking money from the listeners.
Right.
That's the huge difference right there. In other words, the cupcake place paid her. She goes there. Listeners can come for free and meet Lisa,
And I think you sort of get the same result, but you're not taking money from the listeners.
And I don't think the event itself rubbed people the wrong way. I think the price she came up with, I think, might have rubbed a few people the wrong way.
And the word I keep hearing, too, from some people is that there seems to be a sense of entitlement, but I'm not sure for what. Like, Lisa's entitled to make money off the show, or I'm not sure what people think Lisa's entitled to do. But Jason's here. And Jason, we were just talking about how there was a caller on the line who said he felt that Lisa was scamming people. And I said, well, she's definitely not. That's a poor choice of words. She's being very upfront about what she's doing, but you say she's scamming. So,
well, I would use scamming means like, yeah, she's lying to somebody. I think she's exploiting. I think she's ripping off. I think that she is. We have a fan base that will pay money to be part of the show. Like going to see 𝗛cie and Ronnie's thing. Now, you could say, first of all, I don't even like the fact that their show has been lumped in with this Lisa G thing. They are so two totally separate things, I think it's unfair to them to even lump it in. Lisa made a name for herself from this show in the last 10 years, 5 years, on this show.
7 years.
7 years.
But Lisa will tell you that she was been in New York radio for 23 years before this.
Yes, but she is not going on other radio shows to promote this. She's promoting Lisa G, as far as I know, from the Howard Stern show, to go and sit and pay money and see her. To me, that is using the goodwill that Howard has built up with the fan base and is exploiting that. And Howard, who is our boss, can put his name on anything and sell it and make money on it. Stephen King could put his name on any piece of crap book and sell it and make money off it. But they have integrity, and they care more about their fans than Lisa does.
So why is this getting under your skin so much, Jason? Because you were, like, fuming back
Because
there.
I know this is going to sound corny, but I love our fans. Like, I really do. I was one of them, and I know how easy it is if you wanted to. Will and I don't know if we have the same draw as Lisa, but Will and I can go out and do this too. We could say, hey, come spend $100 and hang out with me and Will. We're not doing anything. We're just hanging out. I personally think it's disgusting to do something like that.
You and Will?
I don't want to speak for you, Will.
Actually, I'll be at Belmont on Saturday. You want to buy me 3 beers? I'm more than open to that.
All right. I think she hasn't earned the right to do what she's doing. I think that she's doing something that, despite people comparing it to the block party and other events, that isn't even in the same league as those things. And quite frankly, I'm surprised by a lot of what Howard's let go over the years compared to where he was 10, 15 years ago.
Chuck, you're on the wrap-up show.
How's it going, John?
Hey, Chuck, it's JD's dad. Chuck, who wants to chime in? Well, is this about the Facebook thing, or is this about the Lisa G thing?
He wants the exact address to Facebook.
I won't stay on too long. First, I enjoyed your show on the fast food mania thing the other day. That was great.
Thank you. Thanks for. I appreciate someone in the Harmeyer family watching the show. Thank you.
I haven't been able to listen too much to the show, but I wanted to let everybody know that this Friday night I'm going to be at the Fridays in Westchester, and for $50 you can get whatever appetizer you want, and we'll tweet.
Hey, Chuck, if I come to you, can I look at like JD's like grammar school pictures and stuff? Can you bring all that crap?
Sure.
Some of his report cards.
It's going to be the eat and tweet. And
Chuck, I'm taking from your comments that you think what Lisa's doing isn't right.
I think it's hilarious. You know, that anybody would actually pay, but if
the event's going to be
make some money out of it, more power to her.
But so how about the argument that, hey, Lisa's really upfront with what she's doing. She's saying exactly what it is. I mean, why do you think somebody's being taken advantage of in the sense that they don't? Somebody says, hey, I want to meet Lisa G. I'm willing to pay that kind of money.
You're taking advantages of people's passion to this show that she had of course, a part of in it because she works here and contributes to the show. But this isn't this is.
But you're not
going
to meet Howard. That's a given.
But someone could think that there's one person closer to Howard, and
it doesn't
somehow
matter.
they'll work themselves in.
You've been with the show since the very beginning. Again, I just remember, and I'm a crazy fan. I admit it. I was a crazy fan, just like half the people who have been hired here. And I would have paid untold amount of money to meet you or to meet. Or I would have waited in line, or got excited to meet High Pitch Eric. And yes, at the end of the day, there's really no one to blame but the person partying with their money who chooses to go to this thing. But she is putting the minimal amount of effort into it. Like even what you were describing to Chuck's dad, if he brought pictures of JD, that's already providing more content than Lisa G is providing.
And the report card's an extra.
Steve and I were joking the other day,
Always.
like, maybe we should sell tickets to us arguing about TV shows. We argue about TV shows all the time. Again, that's still providing more content than what Lisa G appears to be providing at this stupid thing where she is telling our fans asking our fans to pay money to meet me. She's being very upfront. 10% of the net is going to charity, and that's very generous of her. But I just think it's exploitative. I think it's as exploitative as if Howard started putting out junk with his name on it.
Chuck, I gotta let you go because a bunch of people on the horn. Anything else you want to say?
Give me the horn. Give me the horn.
I enjoy the show. Have a good day.
Thanks, Chuck. Go check out the Pirates take on the Reds. Ralph Cirella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now.
Hi, Ralphie.
This is all very muddy. I mean, if you're allowed for one, you have to allow for all. I mean, whether it's money for a cupcake or money to see a train wreck, it's what people want to pay. And I don't see why Lisa is being, who's Jason to decide what her appearing somewhere is worth to somebody.
Well Ralph, the reason why this whole thing started is because Howard says it bothers him and he doesn't know why. So you're pretty close to Howard. Why do you think it bothers him?
Well, listen, I know what Jason's saying in the sense of like, hey, she's not doing much. She's just coming there and showing up. But you know what? That's what an evening with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby just shows up. Maybe people want to go there for Lisa's personality. Maybe she's going to give recipes. I don't know what the fuck she's going to do there, but I don't know how that's any different than the block party.
But you don't know how that's different than the block party.
Hold on.
No, I don't.
We'll explain that in a second. But all that being said, Ralph, Gary's question is a good one. Like, why does this get under Howard's skin versus the block party, versus the TV shows, versus Benji Song,
Bill
versus
Cosby,
all the other stuff? Why do you think this is irking Howard?
Because this isn't, but maybe because the block party is such a train wreck that it provides content on the show. Rodney goes out there and acts like an idiot, and then you've got tape of it, and Howard TV is filming it, and it provides content for the Howard Stern show. But I think it just sends signals to you can't allow one and not allow the other.
No,
like,
well,
who are you guys to sit there and decide? Like, okay,
well, first of all,
okay,
we don't. Howard does.
Yeah, but Ralph, wouldn't you agree that? And I was going to get into this a little bit, but you brought it up. Wouldn't you say on this show there's different rules for different people?
Absolutely, yeah.
So then when you say you have to allow for one, you have to allow for another, really, Howard's running a monarchy. He has to allow for whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, Artie used to get away with crap that none of us could get away with.
That's right.
And because he was Artie.
Yeah, and that worked out really well.
Well, I'm just saying that's what happens under that. Anybody could do whatever anybody wants rules.
What Artie was allowed to get away with business-wise had nothing to do with what happened
here.
No,
he got away with a ton of stuff here that we got. If I've slept in the office as much as he slept on the air, I don't think I would have been treated with the same kid gloves.
Absolutely, because you're not as funny as Artie.
No, I'm not. Right. The people are treated differently here.
Yeah. And that just doesn't work well. It just sends out a bad message to everybody.
But again, I fundamentally disagree with you. I think Ronnie's block party does skirt the line of what Howard used to be angry about in the day when John and Gary tried to go out to do stuff and Howard didn't want it to become the traveling Howard Stern show. And I do think it comes up against that line. But at the end of the day, they're promoting their comedy show. People are buying tickets to their comedy show. I don't know. To me, it's completely different than having a lovely chat with coffee.
I will agree that it's different. I don't know if it's completely different. I mean, I think what bothers you is Lisa's looking for a way to make money.
Ralph, would you buy a ticket to just see JD and Ronnie, but no comedy?
I wouldn't even do that.
Me, Gary. Last question: is Howard going to put an end to all this stuff?
It's getting to be rubbing up against that area. Hard to say.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about Sal shockingly screwing up a game again. And this is one of those situations where Sal doesn't think he's wrong, is told that he's wrong, and then realizes that he's wrong and tries to explain himself, which he can't do. So we heard Sal tell the story about how it was unfair of Howard to call him a sucker. Now joining us on the wrap-up show, the great Sal Governale, who said, Howard, you're a sucker at least 20 times today. Actually, Sal, you refused to say it.
That's right.
Those were the drops being played, but... Why won't you repeat?
Why wouldn't I say it?
Yeah, repeat after Howard.
Because I wouldn't. It wasn't true. If I did something where he felt like a sucker, I would have said it.
Sal, do you feel like the show was used at all in order for you to get those teeth? Or do you think they're two independent things?
Yes, absolutely. I made that perfectly clear on your wrap-up show last time. I said it's inevitable. There's certainly a bartership deal. People are not stupid. The guy was a fan of the show, and I certainly got a break because he was a fan, which is understandable.
But we discussed it wasn't a break.
Right, then the break comes back and bites you on the ass. Nothing is ever really a break. There's a price to be paid, whether it's monetarily or getting the shit kicked out of you by Howard Stern. There's a price to pay, and I've learned it the hard way.
Sal and I talked a little bit today. Was explaining that some of the money was for the actual physical things needed to do this, and the rest of the money was free.
Yeah.
So Sal didn't really get a break. He really got the dental work for free.
Right.
And I explained to him that, as Sal said, nobody gives something for free for nothing. They're always looking for something.
Let me take a step back on this. Sal, do you feel you were unfairly blamed for the problems with the Bigfoot game? Because that's how this all started.
At first, I thought I was. But listen, I'm the one who created the game. The glitch was there. Guilty as charged.
But you said you double-checked it. What did you mean by that?
I double-check all my work. In this particular case, and I don't know why. I don't know why I do these things, but... I always give my...
That seems to be the mantra this week. I heard Tim saying that earlier in the week.
It's almost like, how people have a guardian angel? I have like a guardian bully. When I'm going...
A black cloud?
Yeah, when I'm going in the right direction, somebody's kicking me in the balls, just throwing my mind off a little bit, because I always give my CDs to Scott to double-check. And like when Howard asked me, did Scott double-check this one? I said, no. And that's when it hit me. I'm like, he didn't double-check this one. I did. But inevitably, it was a screw-up on my part.
It's always better to give your stuff to Scott, because then when it screws up, you could blame Scott.
Right.
What happened was there was a glitch. You saw it. Then you went back and saw that there was a track there. But what we figured out is that Bigfoot's answer was so short. Right?
Mm-hmm. It didn't register as a track.
It was a track, but it just goes from one track to the next so quickly, which Richard knew, and he said, Sal just sort of forgot you got to add a little time.
And by the way,
yes.
To say something nice about Scott Salem, that's the kind of crap he really catches.
Right.
Like, I gave him all the impression stuff, and he called me in, he's like, wow, the levels on this are really off on one of them, and we listened to it, and I'm like, good call, and he fixed it, and, that's...
And that was my mistake. So I took back that game and double-checked that one, and I had Scott check it. As a matter of fact, I went to Gary today, and I said, Gary, give me all the games back. So I'm going through every single game right now as well.
There was a great moment, though, where the game fucked up, so I just start yelling, Sal, to just see where he is. Sal was on his way in, but Howard did play the answer, but Sal didn't realize there was a fuck-up. So Sal starts yelling at me, you owe me a fucking apology, asshole. Fuck you.
Wait, can I just say, because I have my headphones on, you guys went from 0 to 1,000 the second Howard said that this isn't working.
There's a reason why.
Before, you guys were yelling so loud at each other that you couldn't hear Howard screaming about who do I have to blame, and I didn't know what was you came out with
it was definitely like a sibling moment.
What happened was I just yelled Sal as loud as I could to see where he was.
I was coming around the bend. I was by the Howard TV room. I saw what happened. I'm like, whoa! Came around the bend, and Gary goes, Sal, where the fuck are you? What's going on? I go, Gary, and then I heard, as I was coming, I heard Howard fix, and I heard the track come through. I'm like, all right, it was a Howard issue, with the CD player. I go,
Howard just fixed it, Gary. How about an apology? So Gary looks at me and goes, fuck you.
Yeah, that's where I started hearing everything.
So then Gary sits in his office. I go, how about an apology for that? And Gary goes, go fix your teeth, asshole. I go fix your fucking teeth. And all of a sudden, waiter, Sal, Howard wants you. It is fucked up. I'm like, oh, God, no.
All I hear over my head.
So this whole argument was going on over attitudes, and in the end, I was called into the studio thinking I was victorious, and boom.
But what you didn't realize when you were in the studio, when you were in the studio,
you still didn't realize you were wrong.
You didn't realize you were wrong, and Gary is screaming.
Yeah.
He's deflecting. He's deflecting. And I mean, you were charged up, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, he was trying to make it go somewhere else, but you didn't realize you were wrong. So
Right.
you were, no, Howard, I don't know what you're wrong.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there going, oh, my God, Sal's really digging the hole deeper because he doesn't know he's wrong yet.
Yeah.
How did you not know you were wrong, though? Like, in what?
Well,
like,
I was arguing with Gary. I got called in, and I thought Howard called. I thought somebody sent up a note that Gary and Sal are fighting over the track. So in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go in, and then Gary's going to get called in, and Gary apologized to Sal. Here I am thinking it's going to be that way.
And by the way, I just want to say, the desperation move if I'm beating you is you bring up the sleeping.
I know, dude. That was 4 years. I mean, how old is that?
Hey, listen, where am I going to go?
I get it. I get it. You're drowning and you grab at anything.
Anything.
But what really, I think, really changed it was, one, I think Howard saw your point a little bit, and I think you were starting to cry.
No, I wasn't.
That's why I ran in.
I got worked up, but I certainly wasn't starting to cry.
I wasn't going to run in with the camera until I looked at the monitor and saw how worked up you were. And I'm like, I better get the fuck in
What
there.
was bringing you to tears? The fact that Howard thought you were lying, or
were you emotional in any way?
You were, Sal. You were over the top at a certain.
It was the whole sucker thing, and he said you outsmarted me. I would never. That's just
impossible.
Well, no, it's not. It's impossible to outsmart Howard Stern, in my opinion. Yes, in any capacity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So. And he kept going with that and the whole Howard Sucker thing, and I'm like, this is just crazy, and that's why I just snapped.
And he threatened to break up you and Richard. And I know to you that's blasphemy, but it seemed like it might be going there.
If it goes there, it goes there, and you know what? You'll see the results. Rich and I are a think tank. We work every day. We bounce ideas off of each other. We work great together. It's like breaking up Captain and Tennille.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah,
Sal,
actually, they got divorced, and she had a much better career.
Sal, if this happens,
it's like breaking up Donnie Marie.
Keep your mouth shut, because the way Howard described it on the air, you will be getting your own office, and Richard will be sharing an office with
I would
Scott.
hate that. I would hate.
You would rather share with Scott?
I would be in a bathroom with Richard. I would be in a dumpster with Richard.
What? But if you and Richard together isn't an option, wouldn't you rather be alone than be paired up with Scott the engineer?
I don't know. My brain can't even go there. That's like saying you're separating a child from me. I'm not kidding.
Are you ready
You're
for
a grown man?
Are you ready for a world, say in 3.5 years, where the show ends and everybody has to go out and do their own thing? Are you and Richard going out as a team, or are you going to go out and do your own thing?
It all depends. If we want it, right now we're planning as a team, but we also can do our own thing as well.
Let me tell you something from experience. If you're a team, one of you end up stabbing each other in the back. It's just what happens when two guys at work team up on something.
And live together.
I don't know about that.
Another old friend of the show. You gonna have a stupid comment about that?
No, I have no stupid comment.
All right, just asking.
Only intelligent ones.
Oh, okay. You have an intelligent comment about that?
A rock and roll legend.
Okay. And an old friend of the show.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to bring him in.
Well, what's his name?
Joe Walsh.
You're rusty, man.
You're old.
I'm old. Says the guy in the tinted glasses. Mr. Joe Walsh, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Got a new album out?
Got a new album out.
Analog Man.
One of the rare times I didn't stay up all night to come into the show.
So you're feeling
actually
fresh.
Slept. That should impress Howard.
Right here, sir.
There we go.
So you're feeling fresh. You're raring to go today.
I'm fresh and I'm ready to go. I hope he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I bet he's really nervous right now.
You guys are old friends. You guys have been...
We're old friends from golly. I don't want to figure out how old.
But the new album's called Analog Man?
Analog Man. First album in 20 years.
All right. We'll see you in the studio.
Okay. Good to be here.
He looks good. Like his skin is good. But I'm saying for a guy who's been through what he's been through.
Right. It's pretty amazing.
He looks great.
It's almost unfair.
He looks
like,
really...
I would have done all that, too.
That's right. He looks really healthy.
Yeah, like he works out, I think.
But, I mean, he had a long time of, fucking up his body.
Analog Man is his first solo album in 20 years. He says his wife is the one that got him back in the studio. It's Ringo Starr's sister-in-law, by the way, his wife of 3 years now.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. He sounds very happy, he's healthy, he's sober, he loves his new wife, everything's great.
Do you almost think musically, like Joe's in his own sort of genre, like, I was thinking about this, that just to discuss a little bit, like, he's not like a Led Zeppelin guy, he's not like...
He's not huge, he's not like a super, but
Right.
he's been in a super group, but
Yeah.
he's been big on his own.
But he's overlooked, kind of.
Oh yeah, like when you talk about the top 10 greatest guitarists of all times, why Joe's name is, it's always like Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of old black guys.
I think a lot of people took him out of the running because he was such a goof. Or
That's right, right. No, he did act goofy for a long time.
Sorry, go ahead.
He talks about how he talks to Ringo Starr for advice. He's very unaffected by his fame. Stevie Nicks, clearly sounds like she's still in love with him. She says that they broke up because they both had heavy cocaine addictions. But basically says he was the love of her life, and he's the only man she'll ever really love.
Something like that. It was pretty quiet. I mean, I heard it, but...
I knew about the Don Henley thing, but I never knew about her and Joe.
Joe, come on in. Joe Walsh from the legendary Eagles, of course. Look at you.
Gary salivating over here.
You look good, my man. Take a seat. Hi, how are you?
He looks real good.
Good to see you. Yeah, he does look good. You look good. Are you amazed? Like, you're so healthy now. You look terrific. You look like a different man from the guy I knew back when.
I am.
You are a completely different man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's strange even being in the room with you now because it's a whole different energy. I never knew.
That's because I didn't stay up all night.
Well, I never knew the Joe I was going to get.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and look at your old appearances, whether it's on this show or wherever you were, where you were really completely fucked up and on, you would drink it? I don't even know back then. Were you just drinking or were you coking and heroin and...
whatever you had.
Really? It was
it's what I did.
Right.
Till you were out, and then I left.
Did you ever figure out, to be serious, did you ever figure out what it was that kind of made you crazy enough to want to destroy your body and destroy your mind? There had to be something really behind that, right?
Well, being an alcoholic...
No, but I'm saying there's a reason one becomes an alcoholic, don't you think? Or do you think it's just a disease that randomly hits somebody? I always think there's some psychological basis that your father was even, maybe it goes back to your parents.
It is probably hereditary, yeah. But I tell you what happened for me.
Right.
I wrote some songs that were pretty good.
Right.
When I was high. James Gang Rides Again came out. Did really good.
Right.
Made that when I was high. So I made a mistake of thinking it was a winning formula.
Right.
I played some concerts in front of people when I was high, and they loved you. Well, they were high too.
Right.
But, you know, yeah. But then later, you know, when I didn't do an album, when I did an album that didn't do so good, I thought, well, I'm not nearly high enough.
Right.
Oh.
And I chased it. Robin.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
But was it the kind of thing where you see, you strike me as a happy-go-lucky kind of guy, but the truth is you're not, because all of that stuff what you're describing is a guy who really wants to be successful. That success was so important to you that you said, oh, I know the winning formula. I'll drink, I'll get high, and then I'll write great music. So it really did matter to you whether you were successful or not. You weren't sort of a happy-go-lucky guy. Maybe it was a reaction to, oh, my God, maybe this will be the secret to my success. You were really hungry for success.
Very subtly.
Yeah.
All of that stuff convinces you that you can't do anything without it.
Right.
And it's got you.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
It's that simple?
Yeah.
You don't think it was your relationship with your parents? I mean, I don't know what it was like for you living at home.
Geez, I don't know. You know, every case is different. If you grew up in an alcoholic family, chances are you're going to be alcoholic.
Your mom and dad were alcoholics?
There's always that at different times, yeah.
Right. So when you see drinking as part of the family life, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to be doing.
When I grew up, it was the 50s, and we would have these family picnics, and everybody drank.
Including you.
My aunts drank, my uncles drank, my cousins drank. If you were an adult, adults drank.
Right.
That was just the norm when I was a kid. And it occurred to me that my whole family probably has been rip-roaring drunk for the last 500 years.
Right.
That was just the norm.
How hard was it for you to get sober?
Hardest thing I ever did.
Yeah, and now you're happy, right? I hear reports on you, because I care about you, and I know when I hear you're so happy now, I really do get happy for you, because, you know, think about all your contemporaries. A lot of guys died who were even less fucked up than
you. A lot
you.
of guys we know aren't around anymore.
Yeah. Who you thinking about that didn't make it? I'm thinking
𝗛𝗵cie.
Kennison. Right. And
Keith Moon.
And it's kind of sad, too, because if you get that second chance, if you live long enough and you kind of get sober, you go, wow, you think about those guys. They were cut down in their prime.
Yeah.
And do you think music... See, I happen to think you're one of the greatest guitar players, and I'm not saying it because you're here, but I do. I think the riffs and the songs you came up with were brilliant, especially James Gang stuff, and then when you went to the Eagles, I felt you really improved that band like tenfold. But yet, do you think... when it comes to, I don't know, the rock and roll intelligentsia, or whoever they are, but do you think, or critics, do you think, yeah, do you think you get criticized or you're not thought of right up there in the upper echelon because your past behavior, because you were so drunk and so outrageous? Do you think that your legend got kind of knocked down to a degree? Were you taken less seriously?
I'm not really concerned with that.
But you are. Because you're the guy who sat there and drank because you destroyed your own body because you thought that was the formula for success. So you do care about your place in history, right? Musically.
Yeah, but I'm not done yet.
No, I know you're not. But I'm saying, I don't, when I see the list in Rolling Stone of the top 10 guitarists in the world.
Joe's not on it?
Yeah, and I don't quite know why. You really are. Do you still practice your guitar every day?
Yeah.
It's that important to you?
I try and play every day, yeah.
Is it true you take guitar lessons to this day? that you still take guitar lessons?
I'll sit down with somebody, yeah. I'll sit down with somebody and ask them, how in the world do you play that? Like Brad Paisley.
Right.
I'll sit down with him and say, hey, man.
Why is that? Because you can't figure out how he did that?
Well, probably, but it saved me 5 or 6 hours if I just ask him.
But does anyone ever come to you and say, hey, Joe, teach me how to play? Teach me how to do that?
Not really, but
does that bother you? Bothers me. You're the guy who should be giving guitar lessons, not getting guitar lessons.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Who does he think is the greatest?
Who are your heroes musically? I've never asked you that. You were always too drunk. Couldn't get a straight answer out of you. Do you have musical heroes?
No, I had heroes then. They were just different ones.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Seriously, who are your heroes?
Well, the guy that's the grandfather of us all is Les Paul.
Right. The guy who really invented the guitar, the electric guitar, right?
The pickup and echo and multi-track recording.
Did you get to know him?
I knew Les, yeah.
Yeah. Were you happy with the inventions and what he did to the guitar? Because you're a guy who in your new album you talk about analog, man. You can't stand all the new technology. It's kind of like, I'm just a regular guy. I don't know from all this technology.
Well, I'm not against it. I'm not an old analog fart who came out of the woods.
Right.
I don't think analog's better. It's just, you got to admit.
But you're upset with technology. You don't like now in the Eagles that your fellow Eagle members sit in a studio and they use all these Pro Tools and everything else. It actually slows down the music-making process.
It changes it.
It makes it more complicated.
Easier. Here's two things it does, okay?
Okay.
One is, you can fix anything.
Which is
bad.
Bad, I think.
Temptation to fix everything.
You lose the soul of the music, don't you?
If we'd had Pro Tools when we were doing Hotel California, we'd still be working on Hotel California.
Because what you're saying is Hotel California has imperfections, so to speak. And those imperfections are kind of the cool things about it.
The charm.
Human.
And so when you get in the studio now with the Eagles, they sit and go, wait a second, that note's just a little bit out of tune or it's a little bit off. Let's fix it.
We've always been like that to some degree.
Right.
But the great temptation with Pro Tools is to go ahead and fix everything when you don't need to.
Do you have enough of a voice in that band? I know you've got to sort of watch your P's and Q's with some of the band members, but do you have enough of a voice in that band to say, guys, stop. We're in a studio. What made us great, why Hotel California works, is because there are mistakes on it. It's not a perfect piece of music. Nothing is.
Well,
but it's real.
I wouldn't single out the Eagles.
You say they all do it.
Everybody does it.
But you are in the Eagles.
It's a hazard of Pro Tools. It's a hazard of digital technology. There's one other thing I want to say.
Yeah.
The temptation with digital technology is to start with a drum machine.
Right.
That's virtual.
Yes.
And put that down. And then build up the track with virtual instruments, which are all in the computer, and build up the thing like a kit.
And it never sounds quite as good.
No. In the old days, you got some guys in a room, you mic'd them, and you pushed record, and you got the performance.
Right, and isn't there something that comes out of that performance when a guy's sitting there, a drummer live, and all of a sudden he goes, wait a second, I have an idea. What if I hit it this way? Or you go, wait, I got a better riff. Or that's the magic of being in a studio with a bunch of guys.
That's rock and roll from 1954 to 1962.
But when you recorded the last Eagles album, and by the way, the album did well. I mean, there was an experiment, too. You sold it through Walmart, and it sold really, really well. And this is a tough day and age to sell music.
Yeah.
So the experience for you was not the same. Were you all in the studio at the same time, or was it all done with building it up one at a time?
There's a temptation,
right,
to do it that way.
Do you put up a protest in the band, or you just go along with the flow?
I go along with the flow. We do it various ways depending on what we're trying to accomplish.
Is it liberating now that you have a solo record out because you don't have to deal with the, I'm not going to call it nonsense, but the politics of the Eagles? Is it a liberating experience for you to go in and do it your way?
It's what do I say? Yeah, but I mean, for all of us, I mean, Don's down in Nashville
doing his own thing,
recording. Glenn made an album.
But for you get to do it your way now.
I get to do it my way, yeah.
Is there a part of you that goes, I'll show these fucking guys how an album should be made?
Nah.
Never.
Nah.
There's no anger there, no bitterness.
Nah.
Have you given up all your friends from the old days? In other words, you used to come in with a boatload of characters that were hanging around. I'm talking about the days when you got
my entourage.
You had an entourage of guys who could drink you under the table. You know, there was the bass player, Rick the bass player. Are you done with those guys? Are they bad influences, so to speak, on you, or triggers for you?
Well, Rick's exempt.
Right.
He plays with Neil Young now.
Yes.
He's cleaned up. He's doing great.
That's good.
For him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to change all your friends.
I know.
You have to.
Yeah, or else you get sucked into the vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were another one. We felt like we were the friends that got, and we never did all that stuff with you.
Yeah,
but
we were good
for a while, you didn't come see us.
Yeah, were we part of the problem?
Someone stole my identity, Robbie.
Yeah. You know, when I was thinking about you, there was a great... I know you're happily married now. You've been married, what, 3 years?
3 years.
Oddly enough, to Ringo Starr's sister-in-law?
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
Your wife is...
Are you sure? Do you know who you're married to?
What is he, Ringo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, who are you married to?
My wife is the little sister of Ringo's wife.
Barbara
Ringo,
Bach?
right.
Yes.
And you are now happily married.
It's the part of me that was missing.
Because I remember you in the old days. You know, listen, you were high, and women were commodities. You used a lot of women, and they used you. I mean, it was a mutual use. They used you for your fame and your money and your power.
Well, sometimes I think Joe forgot when he was on the road that he had another woman somewhere.
Right. But did you have a whole epiphany about women? Like that changed your attitude toward women too?
Well, the first thing that you can't do when you try to get sober is have a relationship.
Right. They say that's the worst thing.
Yeah. So I did that for a while.
You did.
You did all the wrong stuff.
You sabotaged your recovery by being in a relationship with a woman during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't work good.
So they're right about that.
Yeah.
These people know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It didn't work good because she becomes your drug, right?
Or a reason to drink.
Ah. In other words, you'd start fighting with a woman, the relationship gets too heated up, you haven't worked on yourself enough, and then boom, everything goes kablooey and you need a drink.
Her fault.
Women are a great reason to drink. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Probably just any relationship with anybody is a reason to drink.
Like Joe's so charming, nothing could be a problem about
Well,
that.
you know what? I think like Joe, I have problems with everybody, so I think anyone would make me drink.
There you go.
Man or woman.
There you go. go.
So-
Congratulations on your marriage, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
I'm glad we're both happy.
Yeah, no, very, very happy.
Yeah.
I really am. I mean, I understand what you say.
To get a real partner.
Yes.
You know?
And to feel good about that situation is remarkable.
And it's the part of me that was missing.
But don't you think it's the change in you that allows you to have that with a woman?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to grow up.
I couldn't have had any relationship like I was.
Did you go back and say to any of the women you were with, and I'm sure you hurt some women and some women hurt you, but did you go back? Even I know, remember, you used to have the great joke, my ex-wife plaintiff.
Yeah, did you call plaintiff?
Did you ever call plaintiff and say,
which one?
Any of them.
I made amends to a lot of people.
You did?
Yeah.
Was that hard?
No.
Once you do it, does it unlock something in you? Like, does it open up your heart?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
And so you would call, did you call your ex-wives?
Mm-hmm.
And you said to them, look, I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm sorry I did
I put you through hell.
Were they all receptive to that, or did some of them say, you know what, Joe, fuck yourself?
There was both. Both of those. Some people say, I understand. I'm glad you're sober. Some people say, up yours.
And some people say, I don't believe you. In other words,
the important thing is me.
You said it.
I'm better for it.
Right. And what is it? If it's a phone call or a meeting, and you go there and you confess to them that you were shit or whatever, you were confused.
Yeah, you look them in the eye and you tell them, hey, I was really a bad person to you, and I regret it, and I'm sorry.
Wow. Boy,
that's heavy.
That's hard.
It's heavy, but I mean, that's part of recovery. Because you live in all that garbage. You constantly, even now, everybody goes into the past and digs around in a pile of stuff.
Right.
And you look for something to be mad about.
Right.
You look for something to get in a bad mood about. And you attach an emotion to it. And then you're in a bad mood. And none of that exists.
All that anger is in you.
Yeah. If you clear that out by making amends, you stand a chance.
Right. Well, it's a tough... I tell you what, that is not an easy assignment.
Has he decided to have more children?
No, you're not having more kids, are you?
No, I have lots.
Yeah. I remember,
How many kids?
I saw one of your daughters on a TV show. Lucy. She's a very talented girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wants to make it in the music business.
She's also acting. She's pretty serious about acting.
Good-looking girl, too.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. And then I saw they got you on the show, too. They schlepped you out. I was thinking, oh, poor Joe.
Well, I showed up for her.
Yeah, right, I know. I knew you didn't want to be there, man. I was just watching it, and I go, oh, my God.
Me and Dee Snider.
Yeah, you guys are all on there.
We showed up for our kids.
But
I know what that show was.
Yeah. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
But it was the kids of rock stars who show up, and they had a competition.
Yeah.
So, but you see these competition shows. That's not the way to really make it. I'm a judge on one of these shows.
I know you. How's that going?
I love it. But I tell everyone. In fact,
Thank
I don't
God
know.
You are.
Well, you don't want to know something? In Vegas, I tell these guys. I don't know if they're going to show it. They don't show everything I say. But I said to them, you got to remember, a lot of hard work goes into it. When I saw them fucking off or doing something weird, I'd say, I know musicians. And these guys work their ass off. They might look happy-go-lucky, but how many hours did you spend in your life not only sitting alone in a room with a guitar, but also going out on the road and playing in front of people and learning that, even if you're playing in front of two people, life can really suck and it's not that easy. I mean, there's a lot of hard years. There's no quick fix, right?
It's your 10,000 hours.
Your 10,000 hours. And you put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have too.
Yeah, I mean, we all do.
You used to sell mattresses.
I did. I still do. I was shocked to learn, though, in your life, one of the great romances was Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac. And this was kept on the down low, even during your whacked out years.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
But she says you were the love of her life and probably still are. What, is she one of those people you had to call and make amends to? Wow.
She's special.
She was in love. One of the greatest songwriters ever, right? Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
No?
Well,
am I wrong?
I mean, songwriters, in the big picture, all of us from the 70s are memorable and notable, but I mean, the greatest songwriters are like guys from the 30s and 40s. And
do you really believe that? You don't believe Jimi Hendrix was a great songwriter? Paul Simon?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You don't consider yourself a great songwriter?
Well, I don't think it's fair to say one of the best ever to anybody.
But what a powerful couple. But Stevie Nicks and Joe Walsh.
Stevie's very high on the list.
Were you in love with her?
Did they write together?
I don't know. Did you guys ever write together?
She helped me do the Confessor album.
No kidding.
She rode shotgun with me on that one and gave me some direction, and she's really good at the craft of songwriting.
Which means what? Sitting down and really putting a pen to paper and actually trying to figure out the lick and all that?
Left to my own devices, I will have 85 pieces of paper with a couple words on each.
Right.
And people like her and my wife Marjorie now help me get 85 words on one piece of paper.
How do they help you do that? I mean, you're a songwriter. It's a creative process for you. How do they focus you to take all those 85 slips of paper and combine them into a song?
Well, my wife is a closer. That's what she does. When I say it's the part of me that was missing, I got a little attention deficit.
Right.
But in the 50s, that wasn't diagnosed. You were just difficult.
Right.
But I got it.
Yeah.
You know, I see that in one of my sons. I learned about it, and I had it screaming in the 50s.
It's one of those things that affects you where you can't keep your mind on one thing.
You can't complete tasks. I have a great idea, fantastic idea, and I get it started, and wait a minute, I have another idea. So there it sits.
You know, I'm reading a book about this. It's called Get Things Done.
Yeah.
Do you ever read this book?
No.
I've just started reading it. I just learned about it.
Yeah, so I have great ideas lying all over the place.
And what do you do? Do you speak into a little tape recorder? And how does the songwriting process go for Joe Walsh personally? Would you be fucking around with your guitar? You start to, pick at a few notes and go, that's cool? Or do you hear the song in your head first? You once told me years ago, you always have a song in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you get it out physically? Because don't you go, oh, my God, this is good. I don't want to lose this. What do you do? What's the first thing you do? So you don't forget it.
Well, you can carry around a little recorder.
Do you do that?
And put ideas down. When I remember to, yeah.
Because you need a giant inbox, so to speak. But by that I mean you need a place that whenever you get an idea, you just put it in there so you don't have to sit and worry. Didn't that worry you when you had a great hook or something and you'd say, oh, shit, I can't forget it, I can't, or you didn't care?
It depends. When I was wasted, I would write it down, except in the morning, it didn't make any sense.
Okay, a song like Life's Been Good So Far, Life's Been Good So Far. You're standing around one day. Do you hear the words first or the music?
Usually the music.
The music?
Yeah.
You heard
it's real abstract, and I think it's the same for for all of us. You hear an idea, and it's kind of a symmetry.
So
that
did you
hear?
So when you say you heard an idea symmetry, was it like
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah.
That's what you heard.
Yeah.
And then you go, I don't know what the fuck to do with that.
Well, you go, okay, there's something.
Right. Now, what do you do with that? You go over to a tape recorder and you go.
I kind of have a place in my head
that it goes
with different drawers.
Really? And you retain this?
Yeah.
I wonder
I'm wondering, why don't you think this is something you've heard before? You know, like they're humming somebody else's tune.
I'm amazed that I would sit there and think how many songs he forgot that are in that drawer.
Well, think of how many songs never got written that people had. Yeah. Robin, you're right. Whatever you just said, I forgot.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's something you heard.
Yeah, right. Well, that's where you go, aha.
Right.
You mess around with old blues licks, and you mess around, and you realize, boy, this is fantastic. Oops. Except it's a Hendrix lick. And you think, oh, well, start again. But once in a while, you get a nibble.
Did you ever meet Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you ever get to play with him?
Not live.
Not live.
Backstage.
You went backstage. Where was this?
Youngstown, Ohio.
Back in the early 70s?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're what? Doing a concert?
Yeah.
James Gang concert at that point?
James Gang, Hendrix, and Sly and the Family Stone.
All on the same bill.
Wow. Remember in those days?
Wow, yeah.
You had 3 headliners on a show.
And who opened that show?
We did.
The James Gang.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a show.
Yeah.
And then Sly and the Family Stone, and then I guess Hendrix.
Well, Sly never came out of his dressing room.
Yeah, right. But there's another guy. I mean, he's a difficult guy, right? He's had his problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he ever came out of them like you
Still
did.
going through it, yeah.
I don't think he made it.
No.
Yeah.
Do you ever see him around?
No.
No, he's like a recluse.
There's been Sly sightings, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him on some award show or something.
Yeah, but a few
It was
months
sad.
ago, we were reading that he was in a trailer parked outside somebody's house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God you didn't go that route.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And does that give you the shakes at night sometimes? So you go, shit, I could have really, really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to be alive and sober.
So Hendrix is backstage. And what happened? You go.
He's backstage. We're in a like dressing room, which is like where a hockey team changes or something. You know,
not glamorous.
So yeah, right. and he's there, and I finish, and we finish, and we're in the same dressing room. So he's sitting playing his guitar, and I come in with mine.
Right.
And
you have a jam session, so to speak.
A little bit. Yeah. I showed him my guitar, and he showed me his.
Do you get intimidated by a guy like that?
Nah, he was a wonderful guy. Of course, I'm intimidated.
By his talent, I mean.
By him. He had an aura. I mean, he had feathers on. I mean, it was terrifying.
Well, you know, you talk about that. I read that Clapton and a bunch of other guys at the time who were considered top guitarists all went to see Jimi Hendrix when he first came on the scene. They went to a club and they all looked at each other and they went, shit, we don't even really play
what
the
the
guitar.
hell are we doing?
What are we doing? That was the famous story.
Generally thought by the community, yeah. What the hell are we doing?
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
You did when you played with him. Did he say, oh, wow, Joe, maybe we should get together in a studio and do something together, or never got that far?
No, never got that far, but he showed me his guitar, and I paid attention to how the heavy strings, light strings.
Right.
How high are the strings? What's the action? Because he was a tough one, you know, because he was left-handed.
Right.
So everything was backwards. That's why he sounded like that. None of us right-handed guitar players could do what he was doing.
Was he playing a lefty guitar?
No.
He was playing a right-handed guitar
Upside
with his
down.
upside down. Oh, wow.
That's why he sounded like that.
Are you
and that's
kidding?
why we couldn't crack the code.
Oh, my God. That's
See?
fascinating. Yeah.
That's why we were all hitting ourselves in the head.
But that's why you're a great guitar player, because you're a student. You sit there. Those are the guitar lessons you talk about.
Yeah.
Sitting with Jimi Hendrix, it's a master class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if it's 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
And I had a Les Paul, and he looked at that, and he was really, really nice, and just a good guy.
Isn't it
You
weird
know?
too? Because Hendrix is, of course, remembered for his music, but also for the excesses, like the drug taking, fucking chicks, getting plaster cast on his dick. It takes away from his legend in a way. You know, it really does.
That's the way it was back then. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You could get away with a lot of stuff back then that you can't now.
Right.
You probably noticed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a whole different universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Joe, where do you think rock and roll is going? Speaking of back then and today, you know, like there's not rock radio stations.
Boy, Robin, that's a good one, you know.
Is rock dead?
Yeah, I think so, pretty much.
It's pretty dead because there's not a lot of rock and roll radio stations. And we were talking about this on the show the other day. We were talking about that it's almost like, I think Robin said it, that rock and roll is going to be like jazz in a way.
Yeah.
It's going to be just this art form that existed and was big, and then some guys will still play it, but it's not going to have.
It's dead, but it's not dead, but it's not number one. Country's number one.
But I never thought I'd see the day that, you know, rock and roll was such a part of my life.
Howard, think of it. That's what Analog Man is all about.
Right. The new album.
The digital technology is nice, but along with it is this virtual world that we all go in more and more.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist. It's in a computer. It's an illusion. And we sit in chairs. Our bodies sit in chairs for hours waiting for our minds to come back.
Yeah.
I like side B.
Right.
I like cart machines. You know, it's different, man. It's different for us.
Yeah.
And the problem with the with the digital technology,
right?
It ate the record business.
It did, yeah.
It ate radio.
So you're not on Twitter, are you?
It ate intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that drive you crazy as an artist that, you know, a guy who's like you, like a musician who comes up now, they can't even sell a record because everything's out there for free. People don't go and buy DVDs and CDs.
I know.
They rip them off and that. It does seem unfair, right?
People ask me, what advice do you have for the upcoming musician? I don't have any. I'm trying to figure it out, too.
What is your game plan with the new CD? In other words, it's hitting the stores, I think, today, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, all right? And you have a new single out. But what's the game plan? Can you really... Well, I guess you could go around the country and play these songs. It's almost like starting over. Joe Walsh is one of the biggest names in rock, and yet it's almost like you're starting over again. You got to go out, play for audiences, and introduce them to this music.
It's a fresh start for me.
So what are you going to do? What's the game plan?
Well, the deal with everything is, in lieu of record companies, the way to do it now is the social network. You have to get visible.
Yes.
If you can make people aware that you have a record out, they'll find it.
Right. So your game plan is to use social media and sort of get there. Because like, look at some of the great artists. Paul McCartney just came out with an album. Nobody gave a shit. You know what I mean? Paul McCartney. It's like... It's like everyone has an even playing field now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to bank on your name. It's just that you know, I feel great for guys like you who have an audience already, and you can go out and do a James Gang tour, or you could go do a Joe Walsh tour, or you could do an Eagles tour. So you're fine. Nothing's going to bother you. But when you put out new music like you just have, that's the conundrum. That's the thing that you can't figure out.
you can't assume that you're going to have a hit record.
No.
What's platinum now? 50,000 copies.
That's right. Go make a living doing that.
Woo!
Right. How many records How many records between the Eagles and the James Gang have you sold? And Joe Walsh solo stuff.
I don't know.
You never counted it up?
I got. I lost count after about 85,000. I was counting them on my fingers.
You mean you really don't know, Joe? Isn't that an impressive number to know for yourself and look back and say, you know what, I can reflect on that number?
Probably, but in that category, I'm not really that big of a fish. Look at somebody like Jeff Lynne.
Now, Jeff Lynne produced your new record.
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne was, of course, of Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, and he's a great legendary.
That guy sold some records.
Did he?
Yeah.
More than you?
ELO, I think so.
But if you count the Eagles...
Well, Eagles, okay, Eagles.
Eagles are one of the biggest selling bands of all time.
Yeah,
Hotel California, I think...
California
isn't that the
alone.
one album that... I think that's the #1 album for the Eagles ever.
Greatest hits.
Greatest hits.
Greatest hits.
Yeah, we go back and forth with Michael Jackson.
What's the best song you ever wrote? Seriously, out of all the songs. I have, I don't know if it was Funk 49, Walk Away. I don't know. I could name Rosemary.
Rosewood Bitters.
Rosewood Bitters is more. I think all these great songs. What is the greatest song you ever wrote that you're most proud
The
of?
one you love the most.
Yeah.
Eagles wise, I co-wrote "Life in the Fast Lane" with
Great
Don
song.
and Glenn.
Right.
Yeah.
Solo wise, probably Rocky Mountain Way.
Yeah, what a song. Do you still stop and listen to that on the radio? I mean, it's on the radio all the time on classic rock stations. If you hear it, will you stop and listen to it and go, man, that's a good fucking record? Or will
Who
you
wrote
just
that?
Yeah, will you just tune by and say, I don't want to hear it again?
One of the things that makes it magic is it's a bunch of guys playing in a room.
Right. Rocky Mountain Way.
You're listening to how it was made.
That groove you can't do with Pro Tools.
No. And you remember when you came up with that, or were you so drunk? Like, was that part of your drunken formula where, like, hey, I get really high and I write? Do you remember any of that process of writing that great song?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What was the process on that one?
I was in Colorado.
Right.
I had left the James Gang. I was worried that I might have made a mistake.
It's scary.
Yeah.
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 Because that was a successful entity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were doing fine.
Why did you leave?
Three-piece band. I just got saturated with playing really loud and being like a kick-ass guitar guy.
Right.
Playing through Marshalls and stuff.
Why, you thought on your own you could, tone it down?
I was hearing all these songs like with a piano.
And they didn't want that. The other two guys were against it.
Kinda.
And also your audience demanded you be a certain sound. So if you went to a piano, you were afraid the audience would reject. So you just said, fuck it, I'll leave the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did those guys want to kill you for breaking up something successful?
No.
Did you call to apologize to them when you got sober?
I didn't have to really apologize. I apologized when I quit. I just said, guys, I can't do this. I'm a musician too.
Yeah.
And I gotta go have a look at that.
And so so you were scared, you were in Colorado.
I'm in Colorado, okay. And I have an album done, which was the Barnstorm album, the first solo album I did. And I'm mowing the lawn. And
you were mowing the lawn?
I was mowing the lawn, yeah.
Rock stars mow lawns?
I didn't have any words for Rocky Mountain Way, but we had the track done.
Right.
And I'm just dead in the water about this song. What is it about?
You mean you just hear music? There's no vocal. There's no tune, really, except that.
If there were words, I hear where they go.
But you don't have the actual words.
I don't know what they are.
So how do they come to you?
Well, I'm on the lawn. I look up, and there's the front range of the Rocky Mountains with snow on them in the summer.
Right.
And it knocked me back because it was just beautiful. And I thought, well, I have committed. I'm in Colorado. It's too late to regret the James Gang. The Rocky Mountain way is better than the way I had because the music was better. And I got the word bam. And he's telling us this, tells us that, changes it every day. That's about the James Gang's manager.
Right.
We don't need the ladies crying because the story's sad. That's giving up the regret of leaving the James Gang. And I got all those words all at once, and I ran into the house to write the words down. And the lawnmower kept going over into the neighbor's yard and ate the garden. It was an expensive song to write, but...
Oh, I got the chills when you tell me that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I get the chills because that's such a fucking cool process. I wish I had that ability.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Do you have trouble with your neighbors? You had a problem where some neighbor was like stalking you or something, or you had to go to court with the guy, or there was something, he came over with
oh, yeah, that guy.
What happened there?
He finds pieces of property and builds houses on them.
Right.
And they shouldn't really have houses on them.
Right.
But he has friends at City Hall.
Oh.
And,
it's a complicated life.
I was wishing he wasn't doing that.
Right.
So I didn't help him.
I see. He got frustrated with you.
And he got frustrated, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
It's complicated being Joe Walsh sometimes. But now it seems like it's a lot simpler. You get the wife, you're happy.
Oh, it's so much simpler.
Now, let me say that Joe Walsh's new solo album, Analog Man, is in stores tomorrow. Hey, I didn't finish the thought, though, with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
I mean, you two became this couple, and she says you are the love of her life.
All those songs were about Joe?
Yeah. She wrote one about me, yeah.
What was the big one about you?
Joe?
Joe just fell asleep.
Yeah.
He's thinking of the name.
I'm trying to. I'm embarrassed. I don't.
Was it a Fleetwood Mac song, or was it from one of her solos?
One of her solos.
One of her solo albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stand.
Has anyone ever wrote a song for you?
Hell no. I wish you would.
No, that's how the song goes. Stupid.
Oh, shit. When are you going to write a song about me? Actually, I got a...
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I got an email from Leslie West. He claims he has an idea. He was thinking of me, wants to write a song about me. I'm very honored.
That's flattering.
I feel like a hot chick.
Well, you better wait till you hear it first.
Yeah.
Give my best to Leslie.
I will. You know, he lost his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but he's doing well.
Yeah.
He has a great spirit about him.
He's a great guy.
And a great guitar player.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Now, there's a guy that could probably be on Rolling Stone's list.
Yes.
Where the hell's he?
Exactly.
He's not on the list either?
That's right. Well, anyway, the legendary Joe Walsh, who is doing so well, happily married now.
Happily married.
For Joe.
And Ringo is your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law.
Do you
guys
hang?
get together?
Yeah, we hang.
You do.
Do you sign autographs?
Joe, do you sign autographs? Because Ringo has stopped signing everything.
I signed his name for him.
You do.
That's why he got me.
Ringo comes over the house, and it's like a family get-together.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I mean, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
he says, sign all these albums for me. I'm done.
You get along with each other?
Very well.
You do.
You know, he's so down to earth. Paul, too. for what those guys have been through.
Right.
And the really good positive energy. And in terms of a family, I got this huge family that came along with my wife, and it's a dynamic I'd never been around because they're really close. And learning to be part of is one of the things that has opened me up.
Right.
And made me feel, given me confidence, which is something I never had. That's why I drank.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not drinking. I'm glad you're healthy.
So having Ringo, his insight and his wisdom has helped me with my life and as a human being, besides the music part of it.
Yeah, he seems like a real good. I mean, I don't know. I got to know Paul McCartney a little bit. What a amazing guy.
Yeah.
I mean, something else.
Yeah.
I always say, you talk about guys who strip it down, so to speak, who are analog men. I was talking the other day, I heard a song of his that I hadn't heard in years. It was from his first solo album after he left the Beatles. It was Turn It Up. What's the name of that song?
Ooh You.
Ooh You. And I love this song, Ooh You, but it's so fucking stripped down. And in fact, he's in a studio doing it, and he says, "Turn it up." He's talking to the engineer, and it became part of the song.
Yeah,
that's the shit I like.
That's analog.
That's analog. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You and Ringo, you and Ringo ever swap sisters? Would that ever happen? Like you do him?
Howard, I'm not going to stoop to that mentality. Let's go get our asses waxed.
Right. Listen, this. Oh, and by the way, the single is "Lucky That Way." I'll play a little.
Is that right? I want to hear. Yeah.
Let me see. "Lucky That Way" sounds like your life now. Joe Walsh. The new solo album, Analog Men. And that's in stores tomorrow. Why do you always do that? In a lot of your songs, when you're singing about yourself, you say, "I'm not that special." I'm like,
but you may know me.
Even like in Life's Been Good, you're like, "Yeah, my fans love me, but I'm not that great an artist." Why do you put yourself down in your own songs?
Well, I could either explain it or you could listen to the song.
Okay. It's in there. Okay.
Oh, it's in there. All right. It feels good to be you.
It does. Listen to the chorus.
I am.
Oh, yeah. But here comes the chorus.
When you wrote you had a Maserati, did you really have the Maserati?
It would be logical.
But do you really have the palm trees in the swimming pool now?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we come. This is it.
There you go.
I'm just lucky that way.
Yeah.
What is it, Gary? How dare you interrupt my... He's handing me a piece of paper.
I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, here. Oh.
That's a song that Stevie wrote for Joe. God, she must have loved you.
What was the song?
The song is called "Has Anyone Ever Written Anything For You," as Joe said. And I thought he was talking to me. Listen to this lyric. "You know I'd rather be alone than be without you, don't you know? She'd rather be alone than be without you." What the fuck did you do to this girl? You must
He's just lucky that way.
You must have banged her silly. Were you in love with her?
As a sister.
Really? God, she was. I mean, I imagine this was the 70s, right?
I mean, she's like a soulmate, you know.
You still talk to her?
Once in a while.
This was like in the 70s, right? I mean, was there a more beautiful, physically beautiful woman than Stevie Nicks and all that talent? I mean, you would think that's the whole package. I mean, that would be my fantasy.
Were you not into her?
No, I was, Robin. That didn't come out right. All I'm saying is that we were seeking refuge, kind of, in each other's presence.
Because you both were into drugs at that point?
Kind of, yeah, there was that part of it, but we were on the road, we had careers, we were both lonely.
Why did you never marry her? Did the thought cross your mind at one point?
No.
And you never thought that way even in terms of like a powerful couple? Like, oh my God, there's two incredibly powerful people in rock and roll.
Or maybe that would have been too much.
Well, the relationship came and ran its course, as rock and roll relationships do.
Does it get competitive? Like, do you sit there and she was in Fleetwood Mac at that point, I guess?
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
No.
She was a solo, or she was in Buckingham next.
Yeah.
And does it get competitive? Is that the problem? Like, you could never really marry another singer-songwriter because the two of you sit there and drive each other nuts with that stuff, career?
What made it possible was that we toured together.
Right. So when you toured together,
and we spent all that time together.
But you were not monogamous with her, so she probably got jealous too. Because knowing you back in those days, you were not going to be limited to one woman. True? You weren't going to be limited to one drink and not one woman. You were an addict.
We were both monogamous for that summer.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So you
A
felt
whole
something for
season.
her. Well, yeah, in rock and roll, that's 10 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. When we stopped touring, we
drifted apart.
I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to.
Look at you. What a life.
But do you think you could have been with somebody as powerful and talented as Stevie?
No, I don't think either of us could have committed to a lasting relationship in the state that we were in.
You surprised Steven Tyler's a judge on American Idol? Seriously. I mean, Steven Tyler's one of the great songwriter, great rock and roll stars.
I don't exactly know why he's doing that.
I had heard that it was for the money. That literally he had gone through so much money that it was like a $10 million payday.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You held on to a lot of your money, even though all the marriages and getting high and everything. How did you manage to hold on to your money? I know you're worth $164 million.
You know that?
I do.
Who'd you hear that from?
Your accountant told me.
He's still got $164 million on his own.
No one told me, but I read it on the internet that you were worth around $164 million. And that makes sense to me, between the Eagles
and all the music,
and royalties and touring. But you could have lost it all, right?
I did.
You lost every dime you had?
Pretty much.
When was that?
When I went into recovery.
No kidding.
And then, in 1994, the Eagles decided to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a clean start.
And they came to you and said, Joe, we're putting you in the band, but you got to get clean, right?
We can't do it without you. And we can't do it unless you're sober. Don and Glenn said that to me.
They saved your life.
It was an intervention. And they were real brothers when they did that.
That's right.
Because that's what I needed.
It motivated you.
You were broke?
So you are not worth $164 million.
No, I'm not.
Right. Because you got to get back, that's a lot of money. Does that bother you? Does that bother you at all that you pissed away a lot of money?
Not the money, the time.
You lost a lot of time in your life.
Yeah. There's like 12 years in there. I wish I had back.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I'm alive. I'm here.
It's true, because when you go through life that way, that high, it's like, wow, I don't even know what the fuck I did. There's so many things I could have learned.
Based on all accounts, I had a great time.
But you don't remember.
I probably remember more.
Yeah, you know more than I do.
I remember doing a TV show, and I wanted you to be a guest,
Howard,
and you
what are you
slept through it.
asking when I'm me all these questions? You know more than
I
me.
know, it's so true. All right, listen, Joe Walsh, it's exciting. New music from Joe. Analog Man is in stores tomorrow.
Hi, Marjorie, I love you.
Marjorie, I love you too, baby.
And Robin, I love you too.
I love you, Joe.
Hope you're feeling better.
JoeWalsh.com is where you can go to get all your Joe information. And Joe, anytime you come and see us, you know I like it. Next time, come back with a full album only about me. America's Sweetheart.
I'm going to call Leslie.
Call Leslie.
I think we could write a good song about you.
I think it's time you two teamed up and wrote a song about
That
me.
would be good.
I don't need you to make amends or anything like that with me. I'm fine with you.
Well, after we write the song, we may need to. Yeah.
The great and legendary Joe Walsh. Thanks, Joe.
Joe. That was so cool.
Yeah.
What elements would a song about Howard Stern have to contain? If you were gonna get together with Leslie and write a song, what does a Howard Stern themed song sound like?
Funky.
Yeah.
Kind of funky, kind of Ramones.
Little funk, a little punk.
Yeah, yeah, funky punk or punky funk. Something like that. Words. Parts of it really nice and friendly, and parts of it awful. You know, like Howard.
Reflects his personality.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to talk to Leslie West, and I'll get back to you with more of it.
Cool. I think that would be a great song to hear.
Now, we got to think of stuff that rhymes with Stern.
Burn.
That's your homework assignment.
Burn is my first word. He's got a fire inside him.
Yeah. What rhymes with Stern? Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Great to be back.
Joe, it's great seeing you. One quick thing I was going to ask you. You guys seem very like-minded when you talk about, digital technology and the virtual world and its influence on music. Do you think Howard's an analog man in spirit? The way he approaches his show and the love of the performance and some of the errors that come along with it?
Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those analog years of being on the radio and, like I say, cart machines and stuff. Howard very good and belongs in the digital age. I know about it too, but Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those years of knowledge and insight of the analog days. That's all I'll say.
All right, Joe. Best of luck with the new album.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Friend and show is Old Friends Week at the Stern Show. Today's Joan Rivers.
Okay.
Okay?
She's got a new book out,
Yes, I know. I read about it in the newspaper yesterday.
You know what it's called? It's very similar to what I think you would title the book.
Yeah.
The first line is, I hate everyone.
That's it.
And then she says, starting with me. But I don't think you feel that way about yourself.
I don't hate myself.
You love yourself.
No, I don't.
I love you. Good morning, Joan.
Good morning.
How are you today?
A little disappointed because you don't have your ice cream machine anymore.
We got rid of that?
I think so.
That's not
I
right.
didn't see it. Not right.
We lured you with ice cream, then we took it away.
Very important. Good morning, good morning. Otherwise, I'm fine, thank you.
And you have a new book out,
I
so...
have a new book called Joan Rivers, I Hate Everybody, and it's the first book of comedy that was ever banned. Very excited.
It's already been banned?
It's been banned by, I'm not allowed to say the name, Costco.
That's kind of cool, though.
Beyond cool.
I mean...
Beyond cool, that means the nice thing is no very fat people will be able to buy it and hide it in their folds.
But everywhere else you can pick it up.
Everywhere else you can pick it up.
Just not if you want to buy bulk
No, you
food
can't
items.
buy it in bulk, can't buy a pallet. You can go to BJ's and buy it.
Well,
So
welcome.
that's what's going on. I'm thrilled to be here.
Good to see you again, Joan.
It's good to be going on the air like a real big person. And how is Howard now that he's rich?
I think he's doing well. I think he's enjoying this
Who was
run
he
on
on with?
AGT.
He's on with
It's Howie
Howie?
Mandel.
and Sharon.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think he's enjoying this run, though.
He should. He should have done this a long time ago.
You've said it since the beginning.
From the beginning. He's terrific.
All right, I'll let you get to Howard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's one other interesting thing, Howard. It's funny. Tim had dinner with David Brenner last night.
Yeah.
And, David Brenner's like trying to figure out, how to reinvent himself and everything. But the question is like, Joan has sort of managed to remain iconic. And I know it's because she's funny. But there's a lot. Maybe it's because Joan just never stops. Maybe that's why. But she's certainly put herself in a place.
Well, she's also, she's willing to say shit that, David Brenner won't.
I guess that's what it is.
She's outrageous.
Look, I gotta tell you, I just filled her in on Robin in very broad strokes because she didn't know anything. And she's already got, she cracked 3 jokes into that made me laugh my ass off.
Oh, no.
No, they're not bad. They're just stupid. But they're nothing that will insult. Robin will laugh at them. And I would tell them to you, but I want you to laugh at them.
Okay.
Hey, Joan Rivers is here. Joan Rivers just came out with yet another new book, I Hate Everyone, starting with me. It's in stores today. A living legend.
Now, is she calling herself a living legend now?
I'm calling her a living legend. She's an icon, don't you think?
I didn't know if that was in the copy or if you said that yourself.
No, I'm calling her a living legend. I'm calling
All right.
Joan a living legend.
I certainly think so.
What?
Thank you.
You refuse to do the show without Robin?
I don't do the show unless Robin is sitting there.
Robin's gotten so lazy with this show that she does it from home now.
That bitch has lost so much weight.
That's right.
You can't find me.
I love you on the thing with Howie Mandel and Sharon.
America's Got Talent.
Ah, well, you know the name. I don't have to learn it.
Yeah, why did you need to learn that? Why do you need to be bothered? I enjoy doing it, I believe it or
You
not.
look like you enjoy doing
I'm
it.
having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, what is left to do in my career except shock everyone with doing a family show?
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, who would have expected that one?
But you're so cute and so. I go back to NBC when they had you in that closet.
Yeah.
Remember?
Right. Yeah,
So
long way.
You should have done this a long time ago.
It's funny. Gary was just in here. We were talking about you behind your back, and I said, and he said, we know we have had so many comics on our show over the years, and we were just naming all the people who kind of have disappeared in terms of their careers. And Gary goes, don't you think it's amazing that Joan Rivers, really think about it, she's still relevant and funny and really has a real career as opposed to a Mercy booking somewhere.
Yeah, right. Thank God.
Yeah, and it is amazing. So he said, what do you think the secret is? And I said, I think the secret is she's funny.
She's actually talented.
I keep looking over.
Yeah, I know, but I can't imagine. Oh, you keep looking over for Robin.
Right. Get his stupid voice.
Well, I keep looking for her, and I want them to tape a picture of her over there.
What are you people talking about? What are you talking about?
But no, it's hard work,
No, yes,
because
funny.
aren't there days where you go, I don't want to keep up with pop culture?
No.
Honestly.
I don't want to keep up. I don't want, if one more person says, I love John Carson, who gives a shit?
Nobody remembers
The
Johnny.
man is disintegrated even in his coffin.
Right.
There's nothing left there except 3 bones.
Although I did watch a special on Johnny Carson, and you were a part of it.
And
you were very complimentary to him.
And they cut out the one part, the truth. It's where I called him, and he hung up on me. And they have all these people saying, look who's saying it. The producer who hates me, who I hate.
They cut that out.
And they have the people saying she never called him.
Oh.
And I called the producer. Then they wanted me to do PR for it. And I called them up. I said, you have just perpetrated a lie.
Right.
Well, Johnny's wife, I said, the 3rd wife with the implants.
Right.
Yeah, she was walking the beach looking for him in Malibu. I know how she met him.
Johnny's wife has a say on the special?
Yes, she decided. Alex decided.
Is it true that...
Number 22.
Is it true that your birthday is coming up?
Yeah.
Can I say... Are
79.
You,
How about
I
that
didn't know
one?
if you gave that out, but...
That's amazing.
Can you believe you're 79?
No. I'm in perfect health. That's the joke. And everyone around me is dropping dead.
Because I can't even believe it's 79. Like, when you wake up in the morning that you even care
I don't even think
about your career.